BTBTV. Christian, man. Yo, born, let's get him, man. Yeah, right, never off plan. Used to get busy with them guns in my hand. 4 or 5 or a black 9 with a grand in my pocket and beef cool as a fan. BTBTV, we are not playing. Y'all just talk, we back it up and down. Sideways, F what y'all saying. We Kyrie and Kanye. This a boss talk, so you clowns should just fly away. Yeah. Hop on the bridge, throw your frame off the highway. This not a game, this is business, this my way. Real talk, your opinion is nothing to us. We gon' stay on chill, long as y'all don't violate. But it's not fair. We could be cool or your worst nightmare. We the best, I swear. And you could be my friend or enemy, I don't care. And you better be aware. Cause we coming for the whole pie and we don't share. No, it just ain't fair. But we the best, I swear. We the best, I stay up in the mix. A project politics, my mood kinda sick. Name well known from the hood to the sticks. 100 on the highway, flying so fast, burn the gears when I shift. Some people kick dirt on your name, what shoes you gave them. Broke your back for them and they got the nerve to play you. Kick raps, door all pushed and shoved my way through. Bum rush the kitchen, put my floor up on the menu. The jealousy be hidden up in jokes. That's why I stay serious like David Banner turned in the Hulk in pure form like the Pope. Haters get infrared beams with the scope, so run and get ghosts. We fight good, boxed in like Floyd on the roast. I'm the great black hope. Man, we the team and they know it coast to coast and it just ain't fair. We could be cool or your worst nightmare. We the best, I swear. And you can be my friend or enemy, I don't care. And you better be aware. Cause we coming for the whole pie and we don't share. No, it just ain't fair. We the best, if you with us, put your lighters in the air. No, it just ain't fair. BTBTB. Just ain't fair, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Yo. This is another song for you here, bruh. I told you, we write all my music for my shows.
Yeah, this it right here. Let's get them, born.
Show them how we do this, man. BTBTV.
Yeah.
We bully
the bullies. No run, no retreat. Yeah. BTBTV. One more time for y'all in the back. Y'all slow ninjas. Right. Yo, John Gotti flow, rap Pablo, Escobar status, rap game Corleone. I can show you how you lay back and watch your pockets grow. Stay away from devious women, end up like Papa Smoke. Y'all wake up every day twitching, like yo, I gotta post. I wake up everyday mission, it's $1 million notes, dominoes, bodies drop, rot stink like hollow toast. Broadway, man, if you know, then you know. I came for everything they said I couldn't have. Got that and then some, and then some. My wins on overload, say y'all overdose. Your rappers in the tight squeeze and that clutch like Cobra rope. The okie doke, we don't go for that. That's all she wrote. Another tale from the street, death and horror flow. The projects like a ghost trying to haunt your soul. Another tale from the street, homicide the foes who wanna play to them guns scream adios. Another tale from the street, black mafia. So Don Corleone mixed with Al Capone. Another.
Alright, man. I just wanted you to hear a little bit extra. You know what I'm saying? That's my little bro right there.
Salute, Christian.
Alright.
He got a little Nas in him. Sound like Nas influence.
Yeah. Christian, he got some crazy flows. He got one with Rick Ross. He got some new ones.
Benny the Butcher.
Game. He got one with the Game about to drop. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He got something with Bon Jovi.
Yeah. Yeah. Real spill. Yeah, man. So y'all welcome back, man. We back, man. We got Mr. Holmes, Shannon Holmes. He was talking about, from coming up, having brothers and everything to where he's at now. We're kind of moving forward. We kind of broke down from his upbringing, from his family, and then he talked about going to DC. Y'all check that out on part 1. Part 2 is when he ended up he was telling us right before we got off was the fact that the old head told him about his eyes and having all his eyes on both sides.
He said, yeah. He
And,
said in here.
But my question I got.
Go say it again.
Go ahead, yeah, say that. Let him know. Let him know.
He said, you know, what I was blessed to have, like when I went to prison, man, I was blessed to be around a lot of old dudes with sense. You know, and they saw I had sense in me, so they always kind of like gravitated to me. You know, but certain instances you got to be wary of certain dudes' motives, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I didn't, you know, a man gonna recognize a man, so I never was worried about that. You know, jail ain't what it once was.
Right.
So you get what your hand called for in jail now.
So I got a question to ask you before you get deep into it. So a lot of us that you know, went through those situations and been, you know, going to jail or facing trials or whatnot. Could you elaborate a little bit? Like, how did it feel? Or was your parents at that time still alive? And
my parents still alive now to this day.
Okay. So what I'm saying is, how did you think, or how did they feel when they found out the news? And what was your reaction, or what was your expectations when that all happened during that time, or what they thought?
I don't even know. I was just so young and naive to the system, man. Like you don't really know. It's like playing with fire and not knowing the properties of fire. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we was doing with the legal system. We was playing with something we had no idea what we was playing with. We was playing with it, but it wasn't playing with us.
No, I'm gonna tell you something. The judge had told somebody before. He was like, the judge said, the prosecutor will have to smack you to shut you up. You tell us so much.
Damn.
Them niggas.
I remember one time, right? Like the first time I got in trouble wasn't in DC. Before I got to DC, I caught a direct sale. That's what they call it in New York. Where you buying from an undercover cop.
Right.
So that summer they have formed this new police force called TNT, the Tactical Narcotics Team.
They had it in Jersey too.
So I'm outside, you know, doing my one. At this time, I'm a full-fledged hustler, as they say, a drug dealer. That's what I like to call it, because hustlers don't sell drugs. They sell a plethora of things. You know what I'm saying? They can sell anything.
Right.
So I was a drug dealer, and my man was like, "Yo, that dude right there wants some." So I served him. So anyway, get locked up. I was too young to really. I get a smack on the wrist. But I got probation, right? But I got a split sentence. So I'm in the courtroom. So now they talking about, you know, you got a split sentence. You got to go to jail. Like half this time in the streets and half, you know what I'm saying, in jail. So just say, you got anything to say before I sentence you? I say, yeah. My mother couldn't be here today because she got a bad heart, thinking I was going to find some leniency in this man.
Right.
I threw myself on the mercy of the court and found out the court had no mercy. So he said to me, and I've never spoken to a judge since. He said to me, your mother didn't come here today because she's ashamed of you. Her youngest son in the highest court of the land. Take him away.
Wow. Deep.
I never, because they already got in mind what they're going to do to you the night before, or when that paper come across their desk in the morning. They already know. So it's nothing you really can say that could change that. Only thing you give open up yourself up to ridicule and criticism when you speak to a judge.
Fact.
So, you know, I never after that I closed my mouth. I just took my time to talk, just took whatever I was going to take, and just didn't tell, because like that was the first thing, you know, coming up in the game. That was the worst thing you could be, was a snitch.
Facts.
Snitches, they just say snitches get stitches. Found in body bags and dishes. That was the same when I was growing up.
Yeah.
That was the worst thing you ever could be. Slander your name. In some cases, your family had to move.
You slander your family. That's right. That's right. Your family can get you.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I always say I came up in an era, man, where in the streets where men were men.
Held accountable.
Where they didn't tell you how to move, they showed you how to move. This is how you handle this, shorty.
That's right.
It wasn't no kick you out the car, give you a gun, and say, go make a movie. They was willing to do whatever it is that they would ask you to do. And most dudes wouldn't even ask you to do if they knew you wasn't built like that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can support dudes because the game is different jobs and it's different. It's just like a construction site. It's different jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who pitching? Who's the enforcer? Who's this and who's that? And when we got to DC, we began to see that. Those lines began to be.
So you start to see the organization and how it was made versus people just blind man shuffling out there just pitching it versus everybody has structure.
Yo, bro, it was so much money. You started to see who was willing to kill and who was not.
Wow.
So that pecking order and the people who's willing to do most, they rose in those organizations.
Let me ask you one question.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you one question, bro. When you was in DC, was you ever around my big bro, Ears to Christ?
No, never crossed paths with them. But we're from that same era, though.
Yeah. Well, I had him up here for a couple of interviews.
Yeah, I've seen his stuff on, with Alpo and stuff like that. Even when Alpo was out there, Alpo wasn't out there when I was out there. He came out there in the early 90s. I was already in jail by then.
Right. Okay. Right.
I felt 87. I ain't get up to like 91, 92.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? When I was out there, Rayful Edmonds was still out there.
Yeah.
He
was still the talk of the town.
So it was plentiful out there during that time.
It was money for everybody. It was like, now the scammers got the streets fucked up because they could just hit a button and come outside with 20,000. Back then, you really had to hustle hard and hold down a block and be ready to shoot, kill, whatever came with that.
Salute, Nikki. NY Nikki, salute.
It wasn't like now, man. You got scammers looking like drug dealers.
Yeah.
And they putting no work for that. So now other street dudes looking at them like they fool.
That's a fact.
Now, this nigga soft. He ain't supposed to have that. Even a nigga, if it's just a drug dealer, he looking at a scammer like, because he know how easy he got that shit. And it wasn't.
Salute, darling.
I think the streets is easy come, easy go, but it was a little harder when we was growing up for that shit, bro. Right. It was way harder. Like, you had to be around niggas that was putting in work. Like I said, you started seeing the pecking order. The pecking order was established and who was willing to kill, and they was rising in these organizations. And in some cases, they made their name in DC.
Right.
They went from a regular or average dude to such and such now. To legendary status, to super, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, he ain't that dude no more. Like, and like I told dudes, I said, yo, when you moving around killers, bro, killer move on respect, bro. It's all about respect with a killer.
That's it.
So you say something wrong, you might get, who the fuck you think you talking to?
That's right.
And that's your warning. That's the warning.
That's it.
Ain't no more warnings coming.
Right. And if you're smart enough, you can pick up on the sign language if you get it. Even he just turned to you. Who you talking to like that? That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? So, as I said, that money, it just made my block go crazy, bro. It was just like, it was niggas from the same block, niggas' mothers and fathers shooting at each other. Like, yo, it was just crazy. It was just, niggas got a whole gang of time. Like, it was dudes that was getting hits with all kinds of shit in DC. And it was just like, I was probably one of the first waves to go in. But then I would later on watch my homeboys, read about my homeboys in the Washingtonian. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, niggas got hit with this. Yeah, while I'm in Prince George's County, while I'm in PG County Jail, PG stands for plead guilty.
Yeah, so that's why I was going to ask you. That's why I was going to ask you about this. So when you talked about in the part one, when you did your first bid, you went in there and the old guy told you about keep all your eyes. He said here, you got to have eyes on all sides to be alert and to be alive. So then he went on to tell me a story to reiterate, you know what I'm saying? This ain't play. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us think that just because we got time, we coming home. That's not promise. Come on,
I seen dudes die. I seen dudes die in jail.
Yeah.
When you go through the Department of Corrections and they ask you a question, they say, in case of emergency, who do you want to contact? you never think they're going to need that information. You never think that they're going to need that. So you just give them your mother address, your mother name, or whatever, not thinking that they'll ever need it. Yeah.
Right.
But I've seen some dudes that really needed it. I see some dudes whose property,
Jersey Rich,
whose property was up at the control booth, or everything that he had in the jail packed up in boxes at the control booth. Why? Because he was dead. I've seen shock trauma. Helicopters come down. I seen two dudes, two young kids. They call it on the hopper tier. They call it the hopper. Youngers. They call youngers hoppers out there, whatever. Yeah. So I seen two young. They arguing who better, Dominique or Michael Jordan. Pull out the scalpel and stab him. The dude died on the compound. They brought him back to life in a helicopter on the way to shock trauma. Damn. That was crazy. Damn. So something trivial in jail could be something very big. Cigarettes, you could lose your life. And God forbid you fucking with them boys. That's definitely a lot.
And let me ask you one question about that real quick. Because I was in the feds with a lot of DC cats, you know what I'm saying, too. And they had a tendency, now I'm cool with a lot of DC because my family's from DC. So I was in the feds with a lot of DC cats that was plentiful with messing with them chumps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boys.
I don't know what it is about that. Not all of them I can't say, but
not all of them.
They known for that.
Yeah.
That's the stigma that's attached with that. I don't know what's up with that. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Rayful was my cousin. And my grandmother, when I used to go down there for the summer sometimes, she'd be like, no, you stay away from him. You hang with your other cousins. Because I had two sets of cousins. I had the McCrays and I had the Edmonds.
Right.
Yeah. McCrays is my grandfather's side. The Edmonds was my grandmother's side. And she was like, no, you stay with the grandfather's side. Stay away from him. He's no good.
Yeah. Yeah. So the older dude, he tell me. So he goes on to tell me. He said, y'all was walking in the line moving to the chow hall. He said, and the guy reached past me, stabbed the dude to the left and to the right, to the left and to the right of me. He said, so I don't not walk in crowds. I'm the first one in the chow hall or the last one, but I never walking in that crowd.
Yeah.
Damn, so you learn he's picking up on these survival lessons because
salute.
The name of the game becomes adapt and adopt. You have to adapt to the environment and adopt these ways. From the Romans, you do as the Romans do.
Fact.
I never thought I would be washing clothes out of a toilet.
Come on, man.
Yeah, fact.
That's a fact.
Hold up, keep your milk cold. Hold up, keep your milk and your juices cold in the toilet.
Yeah.
I
never thought that, man. You know what I'm saying? And we make something unnatural confinement natural. You know what I'm saying?
Survival of the fittest. Yeah.
Yeah, so so you just adapt into these ways and stuff like that. And I told you to click up, we New York dudes and like, you know what I'm saying? So you had to make these allegiances and these alliances. I remember one time a parole man in New Jersey told me, he said, damn, you've been locked up in DC, you've been locked up in Maryland, you've been locked up in Pennsylvania, you've been locked up in New York, now New Jersey. He said, you just a one-man East Coast crime wave.
Yeah.
Oh, so you was locked up in New Jersey too?
Yeah, I did time in Northern State. I got a 5 flat in Northern State.
Northern State, okay, yeah, right. That's right. No, that's right by Elizabeth.
That's when it was illegal to be driving while black. You know what I'm saying? That's when it was pulling everybody. So,
hell yeah.
So I wasn't even writing yet. I wasn't even thinking about. I was still trying to find myself and my place in the world. You know what I'm saying? Met a couple dudes, couple solid dudes.
Somebody said something. Let me cut you. They said, "Rest in peace, Boss Bree."
B.O. Yeah, that's my man. Yeah. God bless, my dude. Yeah, that's my man. It's like my brother to me. What I say? So we go to the what was I saying? What did I just say?
You like a one man crew. You said he was in
no, it's a one man East Coast crime wave. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to laugh it off, but he like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So, whatever they said was money, I tried to get there, just thinking I could defeat the system. Because once you get that first taste of money, I think that's a curse.
Yeah, fact.
It could be cursed, man. You just still chasing this, no different than the people you serving.
Yep, that's a fact. You chasing that ghost, that
chasing
first
that money,
high.
like, you like,
yeah.
And so going to DC was a curse because you seen so much money run through it, and it wasn't all for me, but man, niggas was making tens of thousands a day. God forbid. on a Friday and a Saturday. Oh my God.
So I want to ask you. So do you remember? Because everybody remember that time when they came and got you. On that first time, do you remember what happened? Like how they came and ran down on you?
Yo, I always got locked up on a humble. I told you I was going to the store for my man, and
Yeah.
The police is he's in the 7-Eleven. He see me. I got the New York. I got my New York swag. You know, I'm fresh dip. You know, polo, Guess jeans, and you know what I'm saying, boots. And so when I'm about to go to my car, he run out to his car and shit like that. I'm like, pull me over. He find the work. So that was the first time. So it was never me getting caught up in a raid or anything like that. It's just
Salute, Jonathan.
It was just a humble. Well, they say you got knocked on a humble. Just wasn't wherever I was. I always say wherever I was supposed to be there at that time. So I was supposed to be locked up. So I got locked up. Came on bail, did it again. Once I'm already committed to this lifestyle, I'm not living with my parents. I'm taking care of myself. So I have to continue to do what I do to eat. It's not even an option no more.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? So I go, go to Baltimore, and in jail at that time, jail was just a place almost like a how can I say? What's that meeting what they like when they call when you network? It's like a network. You go in there to be a bigger and better criminal. You make these contacts, you come out, look me up.
Fact.
So it was a dude who told me that. Dude from Baltimore. We got real cool. You know what I'm saying? Real cool. So he was like, yo, when you come home, look me up. I did. I looked him up. And he brought me to Baltimore.
Right.
Still wasn't writing yet. Brought me to Baltimore. But I went to Baltimore. Baltimore had such a profound effect on me. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was looking around because that heroin is different, bro.
Right.
All port cities, for some reason, port cities, Boston, what's that? Virginia, down in Virginia. All of them are big heroin town. Yeah, all of them are big heroin town. Yeah, all of them are big on heroin. Baltimore. All port cities are big heroin town. That means the shipping and stuff like that is coming in. I don't know how that shit is coming in, but it's coming in, right?
Yeah, because Jersey, Elizabeth, where I'm from, they had back in the day, we had a big heroin trade because we got the waterfront right there.
Exactly.
The port right next door. So everything was we was flooded with that shit.
Right.
So I hadn't been accustomed to seeing this. Like I've been to 14th and W in DC, but it's crack is more. It's more mental. Heroin is physical. It's a whole different look. And from the outside, we would go in houses and they would look nice on the outside, and inside you be like, yo. I remember my man. We was trading horror stories one day. My man said he went to a house. He went to go use the bathroom. He said it was not a toilet. He said it was a fucking tub full of shit. I couldn't believe that. So we hustling out of people's houses, and the son getting money, but the mother's on dope. So one day, we walking in Baltimore, right? The helicopter come down, like about high as the power lines, right?
Right.
My man is like, yo, do not look up. Keep walking. And he got the spotlight on.
Damn. That's crazy.
We like, yo, what the fuck is this though, right? So we didn't look up. So they finally let us pass. Then one time, I saw the police beating this girl up so bad. I'm like, damn, he beating a girl. He beating like a dope fiend. I said, he beating her like that? What would he do to me?
Right.
So I was just started seeing shit. I'm still not writing yet. Still, going through my motions, trying to do my ones and twos. I get locked up again. Come home, do the same thing again. Fast forward, I get locked up again. And this is where I start the third time. Third time's the charm. So now I'm 25. 25. Right. This 9-5. I'm 25 years old. And I'm like, I come to this conclusion. I'm probably a couple years into the bid now. So maybe I'm like 28, 29 now. I'm like, damn. All my childhood peers is in their childbearing years, starting families and buying houses and getting mortgages. And I'm in here doing push-ups on the weight pal and yelling you set. That shit didn't sit right with me. It didn't sit right with my soul when I came to that realization. I said, God damn, it's got to be more to life than this.
So I want to ask you something, and you said something, and what I did, like you said, a saying. You said, "Man, I didn't know what poverty was. He said you got New York as poverty, but Baltimore as a capital P.
Here's what I said. You know, we know poverty. He said, we know poverty. I said, we know poverty, but they know poverty with a capital P, man. It was just shit it was just devastation that I had never seen before. Like, yo, decrepit shit. Like, I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy.
Yeah.
But I still wasn't writing. I was collecting information at that time. Looking back on it, I was just, you know, you had to be there. You got to know what death is like to be around. You got to know what a shooting is like to be able to write about it and describe it accurately.
Right.
So, so my third bit, I'm coming to my senses, and I meet this kid. That would change my life.
I want to go deep into that because that's one thing that you say that, and so my question to you was, so not necessarily what was about him because you said he was a good person, but did you kind of adopt your kind of writing styles kind of after him, or what was his writing styles? Because I want to know about him.
This is funny. I know him from the street, but he had aged, you know, so much. It's rare that we see that. He was a young boy, maybe like 14. Now he's maybe like 19, 20 or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he was out there. He was in the game early. So he's running around early, but his features had changed so much. But when I looked at him and really looked at him, so I said, yo, Divine. I was like, yo, you know, you come in jail, you like, yo, where you from? Where you at? Where you hustling at?
Right,
you was down there? We start, you start matching shit together, putting shit together, right?
City.
Yeah, so he say, so once he told me the town he was in, you know what I'm saying? We was locked up in Huntington, Pennsylvania, in a spot called Smithfield. So once he started breaking, so you know if you from DC, you from wherever you at, you locked up out of town.
Let me ask you a question. Was Huntington, Pennsylvania, was that a federal jail or
was
it state?
State jail.
They send you from DC to another state jail.
No. No. I never got locked up in DC. DC is a federal district. I locked up in Maryland. I did state time. So,
because you said that line that crossed and you happened to get. I saw that. You got put on that side.
A lot, you know, when we was living, like it literally sometimes it was just a street. The next block was DC, or the next block was Maryland. You know what I'm saying? We lived in Prince George's County, and it's just a weird line that borders all around DC. Remember, DC is not. They created DC. It's not a state.
That's a fact.
It's a Commonwealth. What is this? It's a
DC's not a Commonwealth.
Not Commonwealth. What's it called? It's a I forgot what they call it, man. I forgot what they call it. Damn.
So you asked me about styles and shit like that. So, and this is the truest shit, right? So, everybody was talking about this kid, you know what I'm saying, had these books. So I meet him and just talking to him, like before I knew who he was, and you know, we got deep into the conversation, and I said, yo, Devon? Because he had got shot right next to me on the street. And everybody thought I got shot.
District of Columbia. DC's the District of Columbia.
So everybody thought I got shot because we had the same rain suit on. Let me get back to that in 1 minute.
Yeah.
So I was, in that moment when I was just talking to him, I just had this inclination in my mind, like, yo, I'm smarter than this dude. I live longer.
Right.
I done more things, and I saw more things because I ran with older dudes. So my eyes I was exposed to a lot. You know what I'm saying? Just being around them.
Right.
And you have to have a level of maturity to be around them. You know what I'm saying? They might say, drive the car. They might just jump out, hit somebody up real quick and jump back in. And you can't be like, God damn, you got to be like, yo, we had it coming. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be cool about that. You couldn't be immature because they thought that you were the weak link. You might not never
be fooled.
Come back. Because all that, a lot of things happened and a lot of information was passed amongst crews that niggas know who was doing the killing. They thought he was talking. You had to be smart enough to hear it and not repeat it. Not repeat it to the wrong person.
That's a fact.
Because that shit get back to him, just like you're a witness. So Devon So I'm talking to Devon, and I come with this, you know what I'm saying, with this thought in my mind. I'm smart in this nigga. I lived longer, I done more things, I saw more things. And on top of that, I was a reader. I was one of the people you hear on the radio. Hey, listen, I'm a long time listener, first time caller. But I was a long time reader, first time writer. So that kid inspired me, but I never read none of his work because I didn't want to be the second him. I wanted to be the first me.
Got you.
And I felt like I was at a point in my life where I was easily influenced. That's why everybody on the radio sound like everybody on the radio, because they listen to the radio.
That's a fact.
You see what I'm saying? So that was my thing. I was like, nah, I will talk to this kid about writing and theory. I would never, like, he went to the hole and left me his books for like 30 days, 60 days. I never read his books, bro. When he came out, I just gave him to him. So we would talk about theory, and and I needed that. But the first thing I went and did, I said I want to write a book. I was influenced by him. I went to the prison library and got a book about writing books. I wanted to know the rules before I break them, and why I was breaking them. Because writing is like a house. You're free to be who you want to be within the house.
Right.
But all house at the very fundamental foundation of a house, they all design the same. From a skyscraper to a house.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Steel framing and certain shit. It's all designed the same. But within that building, it changes. You come in and get interior design, then you change that house. So I needed to find my voice. And when you find your voice, it's such a beautiful thing, man. Like, and you sitting there writing and you's like, damn, did I just say that? And you feeling yourself. And so before I got to that point, it was a lot of boiling up paper. It was a lot of going through the motions. But I had failed at everything in my life. And I was determined to be successful at this point in my life.
Right.
I was like, my biggest fear was dying out of town, getting killed. DC, Baltimore, wherever I was at. And my parents or my family have to ship my body back home. That was my biggest fear. Yeah. My second biggest fear was having a baby to a hoe.
right. Real, for real, man.
Because don't know, like, okay, here's the game. Like, the way New York dudes were really able to infiltrate DC real heavy was through the chicks.
Yeah.
Was through the chick. The chick's you come in town, you get a chick, she gonna tell you the game. She gonna give you the layout of the block, of the street, of the neighborhood. Such and such control this. Watch out for him. He is Jack Boy. He this.
Right.
All you gotta do is listen. So them same chicks that they discarded, we took in. Them same chicks that they ran through, we loved. Because we didn't know her history.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter to us.
That's real.
That nigga wasn't coming. That nigga that next door to you that fucked you, he wasn't coming and telling me that. You my girl. And just because, and that girl could be so just misguided, and you just showed her that love, she ready to go through the fire for you. She ready to take a state bid for you. She ready to go to New York and get some bricks for you.
Yeah,
just you showed her some love, and them niggas just threw her away. Yeah. That was the capability of a New York dude. He can find value in something you consider garbage.
Wow. So when you was in there, so like you say. So while you was gritty get out, so did he? So I read. Did he pass away in jail?
He passed away in jail. He passed away in jail. So one day I was I played basketball.
Yeah.
He played. He wasn't that good. I mean, I was competitively good. I wouldn't say I was college material, but I played with dudes that was in college. You know what I'm saying? So you meet some dudes in jail that are so wonderfully talented. You like, yo, dog, what the fuck are you doing here?
Facts.
You supposed to be in the league somewhere. Like unstoppable.
Christian, salute.
Unstoppable, man. It was a kid from Philly, man. I couldn't do nothing with him. Nothing. He would come down. You would thought he was Allen Iverson. He would come down every play and yell, clear that shit out.
Hell no.
Yo, bro, hit me with his cross, and I was stuck, and he was gone. So yeah, so the day that Devon died, he went up like for a rebound, he had a brain aneurysm, and came down dead. Hit his head, came down dead, and that kind of made me look at life or even jail differently. Like, tomorrow's not promised. Like, and I felt like in that instance, our roles were reversed. That could have been me on that. So it kind of made me go harder at that time.
Right.
But I think I was already like I made the mistake early in writing my book. I showed, because prison is a hateful place. You don't got no friends there, man. I always say that. You don't got no friends. You got associates.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we not friends, nigga. We friendly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Facts.
It's some dudes like my man once told me, he said, yo, sometimes you gotta leave them niggas where you find them.
Right.
He said, because he went home, took a little prison friendship home, and they got out, did some things, and the nigga told on him.
Wow.
Told on him. So what was I saying? Devon, so Devon
he went up for the rebound.
Yeah. He died, right? So okay. So by that time, so I was saying that I showed somebody my book before it was ready. It was another kid in there. His name was Ohio. It was a couple people, like very few people from out of town. We were the minority. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So Philadelphia and Pittsburgh, they were the majority. First majority was Philadelphia, and the other majority was Pittsburgh.
Right.
So everybody else was, from other little places, or little towns in Pennsylvania, or New Yorkers, or wherever they was from. So I showed this to this kid, and this was a formative time, very formative, and this became a conversation that I treasure and I value. And he said to me, I was happy I was doing something constructive, first of all. So he said to me, he said, New York, get you a dictionary and thesaurus. And it was very few things in my life that I didn't question. I'm very inquisitive, but I didn't question him. I did what he told me to do, and I never looked back. I never looked. I went to the commissary. Got me, because he probably saw I was writing and the. So writing is like an exercise.
Yeah.
At first you're doing exercise. At first you're physically weak, but through repetition, you become strong. So same thing with a pen. Through repetition, I became the guy that you see now. You know what I'm saying? But I was willing to put in the work. I was willing to lock in the cell. See how deadlock my cell. I'm not coming out today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was willing to pull in that work. And so when I found my voice, your voice is the thing that you hear, like a singer when they found their voice. Is no different than that. Your voice is the thing you hear in your head when you're reading.
That's right.
I'm just like, damn, did I say that? So it was this one kid in jail from Philly, my man She from West Philly. I says to him, he was a reader. Me and this dude used to go to the library practically every day. We used to swap books. You know what I'm saying? We used to trade, check this out, check this out. This shit fire right here. This shit fire right here. So we wasn't friends, but we was friendly. So one day I says to him, I says, yo, I got something I want you to read. He said, yo, before we lock in, bring it down to my cell. So I do. And I can remember this like it was yesterday. So the next morning when breakfast, when cell doors hit for breakfast, he shot up the tier to my cell.
Mm-hmm.
He said, yo, where the rest of this shit at?
Wow.
And these were his exact words. He said, yo, Shannon, you can get a couple of dollars with this. I said, what?
Damn.
Thinks this about me, and I'm not his friend? A light bulb went off in my head. Because I was never writing to get signed. I was writing to kill time. You know what I'm saying?
That's a bar.
I wasn't writing it. I didn't know where this was taking me. But I was willing to enjoy that journey.
Yeah.
I wanted to be successful. So once he put that thought in my head, I said, he thinks this, because you don't got friends in jail. You do not have friends. You make these allegiances and these alliances, you friendly, but you don't have friends in jail.
Friends, that's facts.
So when he put that thought, I said, okay, he thinks this about me. Because one thing about jail, still sharp and still, they'll tell you they'll tell you got it when you got it, and they'll gladly tell you if you don't.
That's right. That's a fact.
So I knew I had it. I had it.
Yeah.
I've heard this thing, this guy say before, he said LeBron James has it. Michael Jordan has it. It is the factor. So with dudes in prison like, yo, when I first started writing, there was dudes in prison that could write circles around me. Literally. They were that naturally talented. But the naturally talented are the most laziest people you're ever going to meet on this earth.
That's a fact, because
Because
they
they
feel like they
know.
don't have to work. They feel like they don't have to work.
They could turn it on and turn it off like a water faucet.
Yeah.
They're that God gifted. Like, you ever play a dude, you say, man, I'm gonna give you point game, bro. And then he just said, you take, and then he just go off. You won't score. Yeah, you just go off. Because he needs something to challenge him. So it was a bunch of dudes in jail that was writing, but they just were lazy. And it was a bunch of dudes that they just wanted to talk about writing. You can't talk about writing. You got to
write it.
You gotta write.
You gotta write. That's why I hate when people sit around and talk. You can't be doing all that talking, man. Actions speak louder than words any day.
Bro, I was wanting to lock in and go, because this is another thing too. I didn't have any kids at the time, man. And I wanted to leave a legacy. I wanted people to know that Shannon Holmes walked, talk, breathe.
That's the way I feel.
And thought. So this is I looked at it different. I looked at it as a legacy. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. My writing has been recorded. I put my footprints in the sands of time.
That's right.
They know Shannon Holmes.
Well,
you might not know about
it. Well, they even said it. Even one of the famous things I've always heard. Your boy said, man, Dame said, he said, man, I don't hustle for my first name. I hustle for my last name. And that's
so you might not.
Yeah.
You might not know my face, but you know my fucking name, Shannon Holmes. I heard that. I hear people say that. Like when I was like, what's your name? I heard that before.
Yeah.
I hated my name growing up. You know how many fights I had over my name?
Like a girl name.
Yeah. Shannon, that's a girl's name. Pat. So but when I became an author, it was like, yo, this shit got a ring to it. I likes this shit. I fucks with this shit. Because you might know a Shannon and you might know a Holmes, but you don't know no Shannon Holmes. It's just an odd name.
Salute.
So still wasn't where I wanted to, I still wanted to take this thing further. I didn't want this shit to just start in the jailhouse and end here. Yes. So as a kid, I used to always read album covers. Back in the days, you had the big album 45s. So I had to read the album covers, whatever, Commodores, Michael Jackson. I used to read the album cover. I don't know why. But I used to read, because your mom's had a record collection, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
so
I
sit there and read the album cover. And on the album cover, it was the address. It was the address of the record company. Also on the album cover was the person who wrote the song.
Facts.
And I used to be like, written by, Michael Jackson ain't write that song. You know what I'm saying? So,
exactly. That's how I learned too. I started learning that, oh shit, is something bigger than just that.
Yeah. So what I did was I went to the book. I went open the book one day and it was the address of the book was in there. Okay. All right. So at that time it was Sister Soldier, Terry Woods, True to the Game, Coach Whenever. And my mother used to always tell me as a kid, yo, Shannon, all you want to do is eat, sleep, and run the streets.
Right.
So when I read these books, I was like, yo, shit, this is my life. This is my life right here. I live this shit.
Right.
I breathe this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I said, I think, how did I come? I came up with my title first. So it was a dude, I was out there with a dude in Pennsylvania. He used to always say, yo, I'm from Be More Where You See More. Please be more careful. You say you need to be more careful. So I just chop
that
be more careful.
Okay.
I said, they say what's in the name. I say everything. Everything.
Everything is be more. That's true.
Everything is a name. So the name began to resonate with me. I began on my secret mission writing. Seen the kid, met the kid, Divine. Divine dies. The book is already written. So me and Divine, before Divine passed, we had this meeting. We had this talk. We used to meet in the yard all the time. And he told me, so the book was written. He read it. He said, yo, he gave me some good constructive criticism. A lot of people can't take constructive criticism. If you're trying to do something, you have to be able to take constructive criticism.
Right.
Because many times, all them hours I sat on that book, looking at it. And sometimes somebody would come right behind me and say, yo, you missed the period right there. How did I see that?
Right.
Because I've been looking at it all goddamn day.
Look at it all day. Got to get up and walk away from it.
A fresh set of eyes came along and spotted it immediately. So I'm sitting in there, you know what I'm saying? So Devon says to me, he says, yo, who's this character Black? Now, because I brought him in chapter like 15 or some shit like that. I bought
Okay,
Black.
before you say that, Mr. Holmes, go back for us when you did Be More Careful. Explain to them, because I thought it was pretty interesting how you came up, because you was talking about album covers and different skits, but you failed to mention, because I've been doing my homework, how you came up with your characters in the book.
Oh, how I came up with the character. I was gonna get to that. You cut me off too. Yo, so
my bad.
Black. I like characters with whole names. So all my characters have whole names, including a nickname. A nickname was something I never had, so I always wanted one. So that's why I like.
Right.
It was, Shanetta became Netta. I forgot what Mimi's name, but it became Mimi. And Black was Deshaun Williams. Deshaun is my nephew's first name.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So Deshaun. So I started pulling things from you. You pull from everywhere when you write.
Right.
His mother's name is Cynthia. That's my sister's name. So and Mimi's father's name was Dollar. My man's name is Mo Dollar. The dude I told you that caught 25 years. That was his name.
Years, yeah.
His name is Screaming Holler Mo Dollar. That's what he called himself. So I was just snatching shit from everywhere, pulling from everywhere. You pull from everywhere. So with the formulating these, let me tell you about Black. Black is a funny story. So I was up on the tier. I'm on the tier one day, and this dude is cursing this other dude out.
Yeah.
I'm being giving him the business. All kinds of MFers and F's. I said to myself, I looked up on that tier. I said, yo, if he ever talk to me like that, we fighting. And dudes in jails, they say, yo, fight where you get mad at. It ain't happening in the yard. you ain't get mad in the yard. Fight where you get mad at. So his name was Black. I said, Black. I said, that's a hell of a name. It's a Black in every city. Everywhere I went, it was always a Black. DC, Baltimore, New York. It's a Black.
My cousin Black.
You know what I'm saying? So Black. So I snatched that name. So with Netta and Mimi, they're the main characters. I made one light skin, one dark skin. One had a one had a father, mother and father. One had a mother. One got high, one didn't. So on and so forth. And with my characters, I just felt like two strong people can't hang together. One has to be passive, and one has to be submissive. In order for the shit to work.
Aggressive. You said one gotta be passive and one gotta be aggressive.
One gotta be submissive, but you gotta go along with the flow. You're gonna constantly be bumping heads. I mean, at some point in time, the lesser one is gonna feel like they're as big as the greater one, but that's natural. That's jealousy. You know what I'm saying? That's life. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So what people think is Be More Careful was a book about chicks selling pussy. No, it was more about a friendship going awry. A friendship. At the root of that is a friendship. And people don't get that because I'm big on friendships. Because I believe I'm probably big on friendship, is probably bigger than I'm on family, because family, you born into that family, but a friend, you get to choose them.
That's true.
You choose each other. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm really kind of big on that. You know what I'm saying? And growing up, I didn't have my brothers. I had my friends. So if something really got out of pocket, I went to my friends. I ran to my friend. Mother always used to say, boy, you love your friends. She always used to say this too. She said, your friends ain't your friends. And when you do that time, you start doing them bits, you get to see what she was talking about. So this is what she was talking about.
That is
but if it's truly your friend, see, I don't call if I call a person my friend, I call that person my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Friend is was the most misused friend in love in the English language.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what was I saying?
Your mother told you. You said you realized your mother was saying when you got locked up.
Yeah, about my friends and stuff. But everybody gonna write you. Everybody ain't gonna look out for you. So I learned that it's a different criteria to judge friends. You know what I'm saying? And then friendship blinds you to your friends, to their faults. You know what I'm saying? So nigga cannot do something for you, come right back out and be hang with them left and right.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
So when your man's looked at your book, and like you said, he got you to tweak a little bit of it.
So he told me about that. He constructive criticism, but by that time the jail is just catching up and blowing up in the jail. It's like I'm coming through the child hole and I just see niggas whispering and pointing. Yo, that's that kid right there. At the corner of my peripheral, I'm seeing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
By that time they had stamped it. It was like, yo, I had like, yo, let me wait to read it. Let me get that book up next, right? Yo, you know what I'm saying, like that. So it was one kid who came up to me. He said, yo, bro, if I had this kid named Walla, God bless him. He said, yo, Shannon, if I had a hat on, I would take my hat off to you. That was the most highly complimented thing that someone ever told me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, bro, he said, you did your thing on that. And I did, because I waited almost 30 years to be successful. That was my moment. And I recognized that was my moment. And I poured my entire being into that moment to be successful. It wasn't nothing that was going to stop me from being successful. You know, I saw things and dudes like laughed at me. Funny story, right? Dudes laughed at me. I told these dudes, yo, I'm writing a book. And they was like, some dudes I used to work out with, they was like, my man Hawk from Philly, funny nigga. So he said, yo, we gonna have a book signing in the prison yard. You're gonna write your book, we're gonna sign your book over this trash can, and we gonna throw it in that trash can. Yo, bro, do you know how hurt I was?
Oh, I know, because I got my own clothing line. I go through that. It's a hurtful feeling, bro, because you done poured a lot into it.
I had to laugh to keep from crying.
Yeah.
I could have fought these niggas, but I've been all in my feelings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I couldn't have beat all of them, but I could have beat a good majority, or maybe half of them. Everybody laughing at my expense, right? But know what I did? I internalized that shit.
That's
I said, yo, I'll show you what I'm going to be. It's not between you and me, bro. It's between me and my God.
That's it.
Whatever I believe. So
I usually tell people a lot of time, I'll meet you at the finish line. I'll see you at the finish line.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, you can trip me up, but I'll see you there.
Yeah. I just feel like this about talent, bro, especially about mine. You can never stop talent. It'll always prevail.
That's right.
You can slow it up, trip it up.
That's right.
Perhaps.
That's right.
But if the person with talent is diligent, he's going to make it where he's supposed to go.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So you just got to believe in yourself. So I can understand why when 50 came along, he was cocky, he was arrogant. Or Jay, they consider Jay cocky, because those are defense mechanisms for people not believing in them.
Yeah,
early.
That's true.
When they knew they had the talent to do everything they said they wasn't really, when they believed in themselves and nobody believed.
Nah, that's real.
And so that was me. Like, you know, once I got the stamp, it felt good to be validated, but I knew it all the time.
So when you got it stamped while you was in jail, did you ever start working on your other books at that time, or you just focus on?
No, it's funny because when I was writing Be More Careful, Bad Girls came to me. The story for Bad Girls came to me.
Yeah.
I stopped and wrote down the first chapter. One of the most powerful first chapters I ever wrote in my life.
Wow.
When your mind be working, because you know with every bus, Bad Girls came about this. With every bus that came to the jail with new inmates, they came up there with stripper stories.
Wow.
And I hadn't been to the strip club yet.
You hadn't even been. Yeah, that's crazy.
I promised myself I was going when I got out.
Yeah. So you had to go. Right?
How was the first strip club experience?
Oh, that shit was whack, bro. Because you know, like we go without sex for years in them places. So seeing ass and seeing titties, that don't excite me.
Right.
Me touching it, that excites me.
Facts.
But I kind of understood the environment there. Like, I know I'm not the most cutest nigga in the world. They try to make you feel like that. But there's girls in there.
You're right.
Yeah, they try to make you feel like that. It's all about money. So it's girls in there what the fuck are you doing here? It's somebody for every. Yo, bro. It's somebody for everybody.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
And I think by that time you had already understood the game as far as business. You was business set. So when you see stuff, you probably like me as a creator. When you see it, you look at it. Either is it a business opportunity, or it's just a waste of my time because I don't have that time. I got stuff I got to do.
I came in there to get some information.
Yeah. Fact.
So I fished around and I finally met one girl who gave me the fucking game. And I took it and I ran it and I wrote another book.
That's tight.
You see what I'm saying? She sat me down. She was like, yo, I'll give you. I said, no, I don't want no lap dance because if I take that lap dance, you won't respect me. It was about respect first. It could have went other places with that, but I was like, nah, keeping my dick in my pants, I fucked up money in the streets. I'm dealing with chicks I wasn't supposed to deal with, that I had business relationships with. I was determined not to do it here. Even with like Terry Woods, not to say that, you know, she was interested, I was interested in her or she was interested in me. But we were in close proximity for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes people start looking strange in their thoughts. You know, looking good to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
hold on, Terry Woods. The Terry Woods, if we want to ask you about that too. Come on, we want to finish.
Yes, I was just saying, you know, like I wasn't going to Terry Woods though, but you know, so it just never happened, like, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to, like, even with Be More Careful doing this movie, I kept my dick in my pants. Them girls couldn't give me what I wanted. I want power. You can't give me what I want. You could take some from me though.
Yeah.
So I had to be careful. So certain instances, man, it just ain't worth it. Like it's just not, man. You got to understand where you want to go and where you want to be, man. And how can you further your own cause? You can't go around shooting yourself in the foot, bro.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
So
because people will help you make. People will help you make some money. People will help you spend some money. They'll never help you make nothing.
Make it. So when you was in there, when did you
reach out to her?
No, I'm not talking about her.
What was you shopping your books around?
What I'm saying is okay. So you got all these books, the Bad Girls, everything.
No, I didn't have Bad Girl. I only had the first chapter of Bad Girl. I only wrote one book in prison. That was Be More Careful.
Okay, so
everything else came out on the street.
So when you got out, did you first thing moving was did you hit the ground like Bourne was about to say? Did you start shopping it around, or was
I shopped that shit while I was in prison, bro. I got signed up in prison.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know you got a deal in prison. Okay, let's get to that then.
So let's get to that. As my man Zip the Drip would say, let's get to that. So let's get to that. So they gave me 20 free envelopes a month in prison. I didn't have nobody to write. I started writing book companies. You know what I'm saying? And another older inmate, he told me, he said, yo, sometimes you gotta take a shot in the dark. You might hit something. Well, this was my shot in the dark. I watched that man go back to court on a legal technicality and win his case on appeal. He never came back to that jail. He went home on a technicality.
Wow.
That's what he told me. So that was my last thought of him. Sometimes you got to take a shot in the dark. When I came to my point in my life, this was my shot in the dark. I started writing people. What you gonna do? Tell me no? Well, you already telling me no.
That's right.
Yeah, you already telling me no if I don't ask. But if I ask, the answer just might be yes.
Might be yes. That's real. And you said something. And you said something deep too. I saw in an interview. You said you got tired of, and a lot of these young folks don't get this. And I had to add this in there. You said something. I got tired of doing time, and I felt this last time was doing me.
Okay, no.
Or how you put it.
I saw something in jail, man, and it said, yo, don't serve time, let time serve you.
Yeah, there you go.
And so I said that to say this. I was going to be successful, man. The world didn't know I existed. I knew the world existed.
Damn,
the world didn't know I was coming. I knew I was coming. I'm coming. So I was able to take my time and craft the best book I could possibly craft. It took me 9 months. You're talking to a dude who dropped out of high school, who got a GED in jail. I had no literary training. All I had was desire.
Come on.
My desire pushed me further. Huh?
You went to college jail too? Or just
jail? Nah. When I started going to jail, that crime bill came out. Clinton took all that shit away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't interested in that when my first bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to playing basketball, running the yard, eating pies, and telling lies. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk. Real talk. Real
You know,
talk.
showing pictures of what you did. You know, it takes some time for you to be you to mature to that stage. For me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not the type of dude. I'm not like school doesn't really interest me. I don't learn well. I don't learn well in classroom settings. Some of the skills I got, I've taught myself because I want to teach myself. YouTube became my teacher. I taught myself how to edit, and just started doing videos, and then I edited my first movie.
Yeah, that's what and I hate to cut you off, man. When I heard them say that you went from being in jail and I saw your movie premiere, and it blew my mind. And a lot of these young brothers, and I hear it a lot, and I told Born a lot of times, what's up with your old housewife? And I hear a lot of people that sit there and they say, hey, how you go from being in prison, writing these urban novels, to then you saying the hell with it. So you got to give me some game because offline we already know. But what? First of all, I got to ask, what was your first camera?
My first camera was a $7,000. They thought I worked for a news station. My son was a Sony XLH. My first camera was Sony, not Sony, the Canon XLH A1A. 7,000. But anyway, I didn't even know nothing about cameras. I broke my first tripod. The first time I opened up a tripod, I broke it. Wow. So how do I get to those positions? I be dreaming, dog. I stay dreaming.
Me too.
What they call that? Affirmations. I used to sit on my prison bunk and sign my name over and over on the legal pad and tell myself, yo, I'm going to be famous one day. And that shit came true. Sit there and just tell myself, yo, this name going to mean something to somebody one day. So it'd be crazy, like, when you, write my note. When people come to you and say, yo, you changed my life. I'd be like, God damn. I just started out trying to change mine. So I'm a dreamer, bro.
That's deep.
I'm a dreamer. There. I want to dream to the day I die, bro. I got bigger aspirations than this. So that's how I get there. I stay dreaming. I stay consistent, or I stay down till I come up. I ain't going back to that drug game. That's what I ain't doing.
All right. Let me ask you this question. So when you were shopping your books and before you got to Terry Woods, who's some other publishing companies that turned you down?
I wrote them all. I wrote Simon & Schuster. I wrote Penguin and Putnam. I wrote Holloway House that had Donald Goines. And during that process, it was just a process of elimination for me.
Right.
So they would write me back. To my surprise, they would write me back. I had all the time in the world wait for them to write me back. So if you didn't write me back, I was going to send you another letter. How about that? So
wow.
They said, so like the big conglomerates like Penguin and Putnam and Simon & Schuster, they would say like they said, we don't take unsolicited manuscripts because there are so many people in this world who write, who dream of writing. And here I was, I fell into it. It chose me. It came to me at the most loneliest time of my life. Here I was. I went on to dominate in a college-dominated profession.
Come on,
man. They couldn't understand that. They couldn't understand it. They was like, who is this kid?
And what it was is that you was breaking down, you was busting through the atmosphere. No matter what they rejected, they couldn't deny it. Because somebody, even the people that probably was working in there probably read it and was like, bro, we could do something with it. But it was...
No, I never sent it. You don't send your shit like that. That's how people get robbed.
Right,
so I would send out a feeler. Once I put that feeler off, I got nothing bit on the line. I'm pulling the line off the water. Okay, scratch them off the list. Scratch them off. Donald Goines, the Holloway House was like, yo, they hadn't published it. They haven't published books in such and such many years. Then I heard horror stories about them, how they paying his people pennies on a dollar. Scratch them off the list. So then my friend had this book in there. He had this Don. Was it Don? No, he had a Fed magazine. Fed magazine in prison. Yeah. And in that Fed magazine, he had Terry Woods had an ad in it. And it was a P.O. box in there. So, you know what I did? Writer. Bam. So I'm chilling in my cell one day. Police come after the count. They come by the mail. I hear that slide leave the door. I look down. Terry Woods. My heart started pumping. like I said, I read Sister Soldier, I had read Terry Woods.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew it was important for me to land at a place that could properly expose my talent. Because no matter how good 50 Cent was, if you went to a country label, we would never heard of him.
That's a fact.
Right.
You had to go to the right label. You had to be in the right time in the right place. So she says to me, yo, send me a self-addressed envelope with your book in it. You know, I didn't write it like, yo, girl, ooh, you look good, or catch a brain freeze on her. I came out of business. I wanted to keep it business.
Right.
So, you know, I broke down, I wrote a query letter telling what my book was about. I wrote a chapter by chapter breakdown what she was going to read. And I guess she was impressed with that. See, my thing is this, like, I went to like the writer's almanac in the jail, and they taught me all this. So if I could eye it, if I could see it, I could do it.
Well,
I'm hands on.
And I was going to say that before I didn't want to cut you off. And the people don't realize you wanted it so bad. That's why I'm saying I'm listening to you talk. You were self-training yourself, writing queries, summarizing it. That most people go
synopsis, to yeah, like
you know what I'm saying. And you're so focused in doing this that you basically nobody can come back and say, hey, and run game on you. God put that on you to learn it, so they can't come back to run the game on you.
Yo, I said to myself, I'm gonna give this shit the same energy I gave the streets and see where it takes me. That's what I said to myself. And I was gonna leave no stone unturned. Even from prison. That's why I can't understand. Nigga, you on the streets and you can't get on? I can't understand it.
Come on, man. Say it again. They don't get it.
You got all this technology and this and that. And yo, I just wrote the girl Shonda Grimes the other day an email. And Herb got it. So I'm still reaching out. I'm still using this. Yeah. I'm using the same principles I used in jail on a different platform.
On a different platform.
Oh, have you tried to reach out to Dame Dash?
No, I didn't try to reach out to Dame Dash. I didn't try to reach out to Dame.
He helped a lot of authors with movies too.
I don't know. Like, I mean, like, it's just, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I tried to reach out to Dame early. You know, I'm not that I have anything against him, but like, you know, he's doing distribution and all that type of stuff. I mean, I'm just like, you know, you just got to be careful who you stand next to because you might get shot too.
Yeah, that's real.
That's real. I don't want to be. That's not of my making.
That's right. You got
your own lane. Yeah, so I you know what I mean. So anyway, I don't want to take on nobody's cause. It'll be the sacrificial lamb for anybody.
Yeah. True. So you say so the envelope slides up under there. Terry Woods.
Yeah. So you know, right there, I said the book.
Heart beating fast.
He said send a self-addressed envelope. I said shit in my mind. This is going one way for me to you. I knew it was going one way. By that time, I was just so confident. The jails told me.
You was stamped.
I knew it was going one way. And then the next letter I got was, I want to sign you for 5 years. And yo, dog, you talking about scared?
So you think you was more scared? You say you was more scared at her signing it than in jail, huh? You're like, man, what the hell? I'm about to change my life.
It's only like that. So I went back to that same dude that I was kicking it to. So now I'm on a 5th year 5. I'm coming home, maxing out. There's nothing they can do. I'm coming home. So went back to my same man, and we spent in the yard talking. I'm like, yo, man. She said she want to sign me for 5 years. I don't know. I said 5 years is a long time. You know what he said to me? He said, stupid, you just did 5 years.
You did 5 years.
So once he said that, he put it in perspective for me. It's not a long time.
That's true.
I was like, sometimes when we think things or when we say things to ourselves, shit sound so good. And when we verbalize it to somebody, nigga, what the fuck are you talking about? You sound stupid.
I always tell people because I say it right back to them. And they were like, man, why you say it like that, bro? That's the way you said it. I'm just repeating it back to you. But it sounds fucked up when you say it. I'm like, but that's how you said it. You know what I mean?
Yo, bro. So she sends the letter. Yo, I signed my deal. Went to the prison library, got a power of attorney, gave my father a power of attorney.
That's crazy.
And he signed the deal for me. So I was getting like 2,500, 2,500. That's how they would. She give me 10,000. She gave me 2,500, right? She gives me the 2,500 in jail. So I got money. I'm like, nigga, you good? You want some little Debbie?
Right, you so balling up in there. You the boss up in there. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You fucked up. So boom, you know what I'm saying? So now that I do it, everybody like, hey, yo, how you doing it? Now everybody want to know. A couple months ago, y'all niggas the same niggas was laughing at me.
Yep. Real talk.
So, you know, I went home. I always say this, dog. I went in jail a criminal, came out with a career.
That's
like,
deep.
I was the first to do it. A lot of niggas is doing it now, but I was the first to do it, to dream that, to have the audacity to dream I could be more than my current situation. I never get that credit. I gave hope to the hopeless.
You did, bro. I mean, like when I told people about you, I was like, yeah, man, we're gonna be interviewing Shannon Holmes. They was like, yo, for real, be more careful. Like, bro, like
Yo, that was the book that got Bubba cooked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, real talk,
Yo,
man.
That book took me all across the country in places I never thought I would be. I'm in hotels and 5-star hotels eating breakfast for $200 and like, what the fuck did I eat? That cost $200 and it still ain't full.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for
I'm
real.
there like, I'm like, damn, I wish my man was here. I'm on tour. Yo, they got me like a king, bro. They roll out the red carpet for me. I'm like, poor little black boy from the Bronx. I wasn't poor, but I'm like, God damn.
That's
this
crazy.
Is crazy. And you know, that.
So I hate to fast forward. So I know I'm jumping around because I'm excited to hear. Okay, so you're able to get the book signed before you get out of jail, and then boom, the book's taken off.
So the book don't take off yet. No.
Okay, all right. That's what I want to get to. Go ahead. All right now. All right. That's what. Okay.
I come home. That was a 2000 summer. Damn, you know, I got something to look forward to, man. But I gotta stay focused.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, yo, Shannon, and I say it to myself now. The money coming. I just got to be allowed to spend it. So I walked that path. I walked that straight path. I changed people, places, and things. The people I hung with, the places I went to, and the things I did all led me to jail. I couldn't have that no more.
Come on, man. It's true.
I couldn't risk it no more. I had something to look forward to. So I took my ass, got me a job. Went to work.
Say you went to get here. Right.
And them niggas riding past me. It was CB, you know, ride past me. And when I got my shit, same niggas thought my front seat was their front seat. Yo, what we doing tonight? Nothing.
Not shit.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, some hoes over there. Oh, okay, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, they always got something. People, when you're doing something, people, me and my man was talking about this, people always have an opinion of what you should be doing.
Always. Them the ones ain't doing shit. Them the ones ain't doing shit.
I would be driving this. They didn't even know I had a company. I wasn't going to explain that. I saw something. This book shit was like the drug game to me, bro. I didn't come in here to be a worker all my life, nigga. I wanted to be a boss. And if you're not trying to be a boss, what exactly are you trying to be?
That's what I tell everybody.
So
what are you trying to be?
I'm looking at the game. I get in the game, you know. So my book didn't come right out. Went to work. You know what I'm saying? Did my shit. So I can remember Terry telling me, yo, I can't keep spending true to the game money on Be More Careful. Okay. That's what I said, right? That first month that shit came out, that shit made $5,000. And I ain't never received nothing under $5,000 for Be More Careful ever.
Come on, man.
That first year.
Okay.
That first year, I made $100,000.
Come on, man.
I had $100,000 in the bank, but we generated $1.5 million. If I had $100,000, she got $500,000. And because you count money, you count other people's money. It's just a natural recourse of humans.
Facts.
So I remember one day she checked me hard body. I was like, yo, so how much money you made?
Yes. Don't worry about mine.
That's what she told me. In not so nice fashion. Don't count my money.
Said,
But so it goes from, you know, author, publisher, retail stores. And they get the biggest tax on it. I was only getting $1.50 a book. We literally sold 100,000 books that year.
Right.
She was getting maybe $5,000 to $6,000 a book.
Yeah.
From just sending the books out, from doing nothing. And the retailers, they got the most. They got $15 a book.
$15.
Yeah. So we generated we generated 1.5. That first year. So go ahead, ask your question, boy.
Hold on. That's what I was going to ask you. I was like, when you first got signed the book there, you said how long it took for you to generate the money for it.
Man, she was. I can't say one thing I can't say about Terry Woods. She was very, very good with that, like paying me. So when she got it, I got it. So she was hitting me over like $15,000 checks. But she was like, are you happy now? Money don't make me happy, bro. Money can't make me happy. It only can make me happier. Happiness is from within.
What I'm trying to ask you though is, did you ever try to get a bigger cut from her off your books than $1.50?
Nah. Okay, so let me get to that though.
All right, go ahead.
People are looking and watching your earning potential. Trust me. Mm-hmm. So I started hearing the whispers. They're like, yo, you're worth $400,000. I said, what?
He said, what? You what?
They said that you were 400,000, 300,000. Because I was doing my numbers.
Damn.
So I said, damn, I kind of looked at that, kind of hurt me to hear that from strangers than to not hear it from my mentor.
That's a fact.
And I said, damn, well, but I guess it would, I'm guessing, no shots and no shade to Terry. I'm guessing that would, for me, knowing my value would hurt her because, let's be honest, she didn't have that money. Fact. She didn't have that money that the white people, them old long money that the white people, they play this game when you ashes and dust to dust, they'll still be selling your book.
Still be selling your book. Facts. That's
so
a fact.
I guess for me not to know, but I heard anyway. I was out and about, and people were, drawn to me. They didn't want to know who this kid was. Where did he come from? And I can remember just the internet first starting up, and it was dial up and all this type of shit.
Yeah,
I can remember me reading my reviews on the internet, and they kind of hurt me, right? They was like, yo, the internet some cold, cruel motherfuckers on the internet,
what you talking about? Even now,
we know this. We on this internet every day, interviewing people and doing shows.
This shit rough.
Somebody said, yo, this is not literature. This is garbage. I was like, that shit crushed me, kid.
Yeah, I know.
But I had to think about it. I said, well, obviously he read the book. So obviously he bought the book. So that man's entitled to his opinion. I got paid either way.
That's right.
So from that, I just let it. I said, but it's so much worse things you could be doing. And hey, you gravitated to something good. I couldn't understand that. I couldn't understand the hate. That's why I always say I love the love. I hate the hate.
Yeah. That's
what I'm saying? So I couldn't understand why somebody would be tearing somebody down, especially me coming from where I came from, doing what I was doing. Being a nuisance in the community. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Committing genocide and all this type. You're like, damn, like, bro, like you can't win for losing sometimes, but you gotta take the good with the bad. So I learned to do that. So shit is flying off the roof. Shit is flying out the. We can't. This book is hot.
And at this time, were your kids, your daughters born?
They weren't even born. Okay. I had daughters, and my kids wasn't even born. They were born maybe 2 years after 2003. Okay. That was 2000. So they were born like 2003 and 2004. Right. Okay. I wanted to have my kids. I had my kids so late. I wanted to have my kids back to back into the same woman. Right. It was just something my mother always told me. She was like, yo, Shannon, I gave you one father. Something she drilled into my head. It was something my father always told me. Shannon, don't get no already made family. Well, I was like 30, 33 when I had my kids. So it wasn't so many chicks that didn't have kids by that time. So I really, you know what I'm saying? If I really looked, but you know what I'm saying? I went more with what felt right to me at the moment, at the time. You know what I'm saying? But good sex does not make a good relationship. I learned that.
Yeah. Right.
It takes more to that. It's more to it than when you're raising these kids. You know what I'm saying? When you got these kids involved. You know what I'm saying? So that's not a little lesson, but that's neither here nor there. But so the books started falling off the shelf, and so now it's like, it's becoming friction between me and Terry. So it becomes like Kobe and Shaq. I'm Shaq. She's Kobe.
I got
she's Kobe. She's Kobe because she's the established star. I'm the new kid on the block.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
So everything. So Shaq gets the ball. He's Shaq because of this. Shaq gets the ball. Now Shaq, even when Shaq's double team, he decides if he's gonna pass it out or if he's gonna turn and dunk this motherfucker.
That's right. That's right.
The ball in this case is opportunity for me. That's the ball. So depending upon how she felt that day about me, I didn't get the ball or I got the ball.
But every game you needed the ball in order to win.
Yeah. So you start to feel like, yo, damn, you start to feel like, yo, he cast a big shadow. Like, what can I do on my own? You start to wonder because everybody, you start to hear all these rumors. Oh, Terry wrote his book. You know how disheartening or discrediting that is?
Yeah.
Or, or to tell me the shit that I, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can remember, Terry Woods was, with the book and she was like, I said, yo, Terry, I ain't see you in that cell with me.
That's a fact.
I had to check her one time. So I ain't see you in that cell with me. Real shit. Yeah. I ain't see you in that cell with me. You know what I'm saying? So this, she's basically telling me how she made me. I said, yo, I was a finished product when you got me. Right. I said, you making writers, make your homegirl a writer.
That's a fact. And on top of that, man, you had killers, drug dealers, the worst of the worst, sitting down reading your life, your vision. So for her to say that, because if they didn't like it, they would have told you.
Yeah, so it would have never got to that point. So it was a lot. Like it was a lot going on, personal things that maybe we could have worked out, but we were both immature at the situation. I was her first signing. So I remember one day. This is kind of when the split kind of began. She was like, "Shannon, you can't come down to my office unless you make an appointment." And I was like, "I am your company." That shit burns me to the day. Yo, bro, I felt like she spit in my face when she said that shit to me. I said, okay.
She said she's your company or you can't come down to the office.
She said you can't come down to the office unless you make an appointment. I said, I am your company.
Yeah.
I just felt like she spit in my face, and that was it for me. The next day, I went down and I signed with an agent. The next day.
I'd have done it.
This dude, he had been calling me, and trying to woo me. I said, yo, bro, I'm a loyal nigga. I'm built for loyalty. I'm street niggas are some of the most loyal niggas on this earth.
Facts. I'm
built for this shit. This is nothing. My loyalty's been tested when my life's been on the line. So this is nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I can remember people like, yo, you beefing with Terry? I said, beefing with Terry? What? I said, Terry's not busting no shots at me. I don't look over my shoulder when I get out of my car or going into my house. I said, we don't have no beef. We had verbal altercations, squabbles, verbal squabbles, spats, but it's never a beef. I don't beef with girls.
Right, for real.
You know what I'm saying? Who beefs with girls? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Shit was crazy.
Nobody into that shit.
Yeah, so it's like, it was a difference in opinion, and because she was over me. Like sometimes people think they made you. I don't know. This is my version of the story. It's just two sides of the story: my side, her side, and God. But when it was good, it was all good. When it was bad, it was equally as bad. It was worse. You know what I'm saying? So but I just thought I was the cornerstone of her company. Yeah, true to the game. She at one point in time, you had two of the top selling books in urban history, and you can't.
Yeah, that's a fact.
True to the game and be more careful. Sister Soldier, independent. I don't know where you people rank them shits. I'm number one to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my book. That's right.
I think my book will stand the test of time against any book in that genre. I'll put it up against anything, even against people like Donald Goines. When I started writing, they say you got two educations. One you're given and one you learn on your own. I went back to read the masters. I read to Sidney Shelton's Master of the Game, Donald Goines. But I didn't read it for entertainment.
You read it to dissect and analyze.
Yeah, to see how he did what.
Yeah.
That's a different read, bro. When you read like that, it's a whole different. I wasn't entertained by the book. I was too busy watching the plot, the pace of the book, the setting, the scenery.
That's right. When did it shift? How did it shift in there? When did you notice the key words that made? I know what you're saying. That made the whole thing.
I can remember. I read a book, and the dude said this dude was a killer, and in the book he didn't kill nobody. I said, what?
That's gangster. I like. That's beautiful.
I said, what?
Because it make you shot. Because it's making you chase the ghost.
He gonna kill. You gonna see him on his way to killing. If I say she a hoe, she gonna fuck. And I'm gonna show you that.
Right. Yeah. Right.
So I was able to capitalize off a lot of mistakes that people that, what made Terry Woods and Sister Soldier beloved, because their shit is love stories. My shit is just hard, aggressive, in your face. I'm just coming at you. I'm not sugarcoating the truth. I'm just coming at you. So that shit is more like subtle, and you love that lovey-dovey shit. Nah, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not that writer.
Right? Yeah, now you grimy.
I'm gonna ask you something, because two of the authors I read the most was you and Elsa D. Banks.
Yo, and it's funny. That's my man.
Yeah.
So my cousin said to me one day, he's like, "Yo, send me some books." Send me some books. And I think I tell Alice all the time. And because I was out when Al came along, you know what I'm saying? And my cousin was like, yo, Shannon, like, my cousin's a real God bless the dead. He was like, yeah, you're a real nigga. He said, yo, Shannon, I don't know. A nigga Al he said, yo, he'll give you a run for your money, bro.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna tell you
I had to respect it. I never read it, but I had to respect it. Like, if my cousin ain't gonna lie to me. He's not one of them type of dudes.
I met Elsa D. Banks. I met him. I hit him on what was that? Not Facebook. What's the other one before Facebook?
MySpace.
I met him on MySpace, and I was like, "Yo, I just wrote this urban anthology with Keisha Green, right?" And I was like, "Yo, I want you to check it out and read it." So I let him read it, and he said, and he was like, "Yo," he was like, everybody was saying I had the best part in the book. You know what I'm saying? Urban anthology is like it was me and two or three other authors. It's called On the Corner. And everybody was like, yo, your part of the book was the best part. Why don't they promote you more? And Keisha Ray was getting all the money. I didn't see one dime, and I told him, like, yo, I ain't see no money at that book, bro. He's like, what? I like, she sent me a contract in the mail. I was living in Houston, Texas at the time. I signed the contract and sent it back to her. She was saying I was supposed to be getting $1.50 on each book. I know at least 1,000 people from my people bought the book. You know what I'm saying?
You nigga, I'll take that book back and start printing it up myself. Well, you got to be crazy.
Look, so he gave you some game.
So hold on.
That's ownership is yours. That's ownership is yours, bro. Some ownership in there yours, bro. You ain't get paid. That contract's not valid.
Yeah.
He giving game. That's game, y'all. Y'all better listen to this game.
Money makes contracts binding, bro. Money. Compensation.
I like that. Say that one more time, Shannon.
Money makes contract binding. Whenever I did a deal, like even if it's $1, you know what I'm saying? It's binding.
Come on, man.
So, trust me, bro. I've been everywhere. Would be more careful, from street situations to civil court. And I'm gonna get to that too in a minute.
Yeah.
Let me say, Elsa D. Banks. So I'm his brother owned a barbershop in North New Jersey on South Orange Ave. So I was just coming home from the feds. This was like 2020. So I was like, yo, I went to his brother's barbershop. And he was like, yo, you know my brother, because he said something about you before. Because on the cover of the book, everybody thought the picture of the cover was me. But it was a regular nigga on the corner. And I was trying to push the book so everybody could see, bring them different spots. And his brother was like, he's like, yo, I'm going to get in contact with my brother, man, for you. Matt, he got contact with us. He gave his brother some books to give to me, and I read his books. Now I draw inspiration of reading other people's stories because, like I said, I'm from Jersey, so from North, I'm from Elizabeth, so a lot of our stories are similar, but you just got to put your own plot.
My father used to always say, "Ain't nothing new underneath the sun." It's like an accident. We all see it differently. It's just we all don't look at the accident the same, man. So it's just that's when I write, man. My choice of words, my cadence. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say you write how you talk. People before the internet came up, I knew it was you. When I heard you speak, I knew it was you. Girl was like, yo, because your story never change. The truth never changes, bro.
Yeah, true.
It don't never change. You know what I'm saying? So that is me, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't lie. Like I don't lie on nobody. You know what I'm saying? I have no reason to. But yeah, so
Right.
I my relationship with Terry started to sour. You know what I'm saying? There was egos. There's a lot of egos in that shit. You know, we both getting money now, bro.
Yeah.
You getting money, I'm getting money. I'm like, yo, but like I said, it was more so opportunities. You know, it would call, oh, I'm not around, or people tell me stories. She said she was back in jail, all type of wild shit. You
Oh
know what I'm saying?
wow.
And I
So,
don't know if she said it or not, but that's what they said. She said.
so do you think after kind of y'all fall out and it kind of got sour? I'm not saying we're not saying she did, okay, Terry. Don't say that because my man's still right. I'm saying
Allegedly, yeah, allegedly.
allegedly, right? So when it comes down to a lot of these entities that give shots to folks, if it ain't good, a lot of times they can block you, or they can put the bad mouth you to the point where people don't want to work with you because of that person.
Yeah.
Man, but like I said, once again about talent, man, you can never stop talent to always prevail.
That's a
So
fact.
them white people can care nothing about that nigga shit you talking about.
That's
They
true.
want to know
That's true.
if you
They
selling.
make
That's
money.
all they care
They
about.
make some money off you.
So, you know, I went down there and signed, and then she released me from my contract, which she could have held me up for 6 months.
Salute,
And
John.
my agent was like, yo, I can't believe she did that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he turned out to be a snake. So he took me to Simon & Schuster, and I signed a 6-figure 2-book deal. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really like, yo, like enjoying life at this point in time. And I told her, I said, yo, when I'm done playing with this money, I'm coming for my money.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact.
And so we wound up in civil court. One day I said to Terry, I'm like, yo, I want to start a company. She said to me, what do you want to do that for? I said, what?
You knew, she already knew, like, damn, who been talking, where he been reading?
My man was like, yo, if she was smart, she would have gave you a part of that company just to keep you around.
Sure should have. I would have
That's
did the
what
same thing.
that's what
I
my
ain't
man
bullshitting.
said, yo. My man was like, yo, me and my man.
I would have did it like you said your deal, that 5150 off the rip. 51, hey, you got it. 5150. I'm your
Yeah,
dog.
so you know,
5149.
Yeah.
maybe she could have even, but I needed to go. I had so much disdain for her. I like, yo, I gotta get. You know, it was just times in that office. It got so heated. People thought we was in a relationship. It was like, yo,
Wow.
I was like, yo, I wish you was a dude so we can just go outside and fight.
Right.
Either you gonna respect me, I'm gonna respect you. Because this shit is just the back and forth shit was killing me. I gotta
So
be
see,
fake to her. She gotta be fake to me. You know what I mean? She's mad at me. I'm mad at her.
so y'all sitting up in the meeting and there's a bunch of white folks in there. She just started talking crazy.
Nah, it was never
okay.
that. It never got to that. It was just she was never took. Once I got that agent, she never took no me. He was my representative because Terry was doing what's best for her and her company. Once I got an agent, he's gonna do what's best for me, for Shannon Holmes, because he
getting
eats when
paid.
I eat.
That's right. That's a fact.
So that was the whole thing, man. And she says to me one time, she's like, "Yo, you blew a $5 million deal for me." I said, "Oh, really? You didn't treat me like I was worth $5 million."
And then why didn't you tell me it was 5 million? Shit, we would have figured this shit out. Is it 5 million deal?
So
Okay, what I
it
need to
became a
do?
vindictive thing. Then she started saying, you know, allegedly, I started this company called Triple Crown. Allegedly, me and Vicky Stringer. Allegedly, allegedly, I took Be More Careful money. I took checks she cut me, put them in the bank, money laundered them, and cut them back out to Vicky. Allegedly. So allegedly.
Oh, hold on. So, Pastor, I mean to cut you off. You said Triple Crown Publishing was your publisher.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Okay.
Yeah, allegedly.
It was started with Be More Careful seed money.
Allegedly.
When I turned and said to her, I said, I want to start a company. Allegedly, I said that to her. She said, "Which one do that for?" Allegedly, I turned to Vicky Stringer.
Allegedly.
I want to start a company. Allegedly, she said, "Let's do it." So allegedly, we did it. So allegedly, within 6 months, within a year, we had the biggest company out. Allegedly, because we understood the hustle. We understood the hustle, and we just walked them down. We just flipped money. But you was at one point in time, this woman had curtains, drapes that cost more than my car I was driving.
Damn.
At one point in time, this woman was sitting on the other side of the Hudson, on Rappers Row in Edgewater, New Jersey.
Yeah.
So anybody knows where that location is, it costs a pretty.
I'm a Jersey
Yeah.
Knight, brother. I'm a Jersey Knight. I know you can't even go through Edgewater unless you got money, because the police will pull you over and harass you.
Yeah, so you know what I mean. So it became that, and so I was alleged. I was hit with a lawsuit that said I was baited a switch. I was selling "Be More Careful," but I wasn't, and I allegedly told homegirl, "Don't put that on the website," and she did it anyway, and that was enough to get me in court, civil suit. So people don't realize that a civil suit costs a lot of money, man. Even when you're defending yourself, every time I filed the motion, it was $2,500 to $5,000.
Damn.
So I'm thinking my friend is coming with me to my lawyer to support me. No, my friend was coming with me to my lawyers to hear what they were saying, what I was saying. Don't tell them you own Triple Crown, she allegedly says. And I allegedly listened. So this was around the time when Little Kim had got a year for perjury. I'm saying, goddamn. Allegedly, I say to myself, goddamn, if Little Kim got a year and she ain't got no felony, what the fuck they gonna give you? You a 3-time felon.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. For real.
Yeah, you can keep that. Keep that. I got my freedom. You know what I'm saying? See, these motherfuckers, certain motherfuckers, man, you know, if they fall off, they lose some money, they want to kill themselves, they want to end it all.
Right.
My man told me a long time ago, yo, we from the block, man. We lose some money, we fall off, we get back on. And you gotta have that mentality.
That's real talk.
You gotta have that mentality, because that comes from being the same person you are with money and the same person you are without money. If you're not that person, then you won't have a problem.
So I want to ask you, so during this time, let's fast forward to, how did you do? Okay, we're gonna say allegedly, was it through your company how you was able to get this movie deal?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I owned after that court proceeding, settled out of court. I lost like 120,000. Just in the,
wow.
You don't get everything. This shit was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And then when I got when I got the settlement, the lawyers got half of that. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy, bro. It was all messy. It was all about money, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But good legal representation will keep you a lot of bullshit, bro.
Right.
Yeah. So
what was your question again? Tell me your question again. I got lost real quick.
No. Basically, it's like from that fast forward, how was it you were able to get that movie deal? What was it about the movie deal?
Oh, so that came from, like, I've had deals over the years that I just turned down because my thing was this, man. I had been through too much. I told you what going to court.
Mm-hmm.
And if you wasn't even matching the money I spent, the settlement I got, what the fuck I'm talking to you about? What we talking about?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga tried to tell he wanted to give me 10,000. I was like, nah. I said, yo, holler at the lawyer, because when people got bad intentions for you, they come to you directly. When they got good intentions, they'll talk to that lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Let your lawyer talk to my lawyer. Let them niggas hash that shit out. And why are you still calling me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, dudes be thinking they got so much game. I just be seeing these niggas as dudes from my block.
Yeah.
That told me, shorty, you can't get paid tonight. The money came up short. I'm like, what the fuck I got to do with the money, nigga? I was holding the work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
real talk.
I ain't feel it. You know what I'm saying? But it be game though, right? It should be sounding good.
Right.
So when I hear people, I just see other people that were in my life, dudes who really had game. You niggas think you got game. Niggas I grew up with really had game.
Yeah.
Because game is only game if you believe it. If I don't believe it, it's a lie.
That's a fact.
If I believe it, it's game. Nigga got game. He made me believe something I didn't want to believe.
That's right.
So I had turned down a couple deals. Then I actually had to deal with Irv Gotti at one point in time. They were supposed to do it. I had a deal with kid out of Baltimore. Then I had to deal with Carmelo Anthony, and I thought that really was going to take off right before this one.
Yeah.
And but when he wasn't playing in the NBA, I had DM'd him, and he answered my DM to my surprise, and we went from there. So I got a couple of dollars out of him, but it wound up not even going nowhere. Once he got back in the league, he didn't go anywhere. But then what happened was so then my partner, I knew her for a long time, and we just put something together, and we just made it happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we made it happen, and from that, like, you know what I'm saying, I had ownership. I had full ownership of something, of being more careful due to that court settlement. You know what I'm saying? It didn't happen automatically, but something else happened, and then that's how I got the ownership trigger right back to me.
Oh, hold on. Let me ask you a question. Hold up. So when you took her to court for the ownership
He
of
took me to court.
And you want to win it?
Yeah, because I was the child in the situation. So no matter what I did, she didn't follow protocol.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I could kick you in your leg, but you can't beat me in public.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? So she was withholding my earnings from me. So the lawyer was like, "Yo, was his money put in escrow?" And she was like, "No." So it was certain little things that happened. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened.
Oh, okay. So now you got the ownership of all your books that you.
No. Be more careful. I got some ownership of yeah, I think I do. I think you are right, because with the majors, they don't give a fuck about that. They didn't give a fuck about that. They never had no movie rights, but so it was 85-18. It was 85-15 originally for me.
Yeah.
Because who knew we were ever going to see this day? We talking 20 years ago. We're not talking now. We talking when they had mini DVD cameras, and the internet wasn't even up. Who knew? You know what I'm saying? Where technology has caught up with Hollywood now.
Yeah.
So anything is possible right now. And once upon a time, you had to go through that system, that Hollywood system. Now this is the best time to be an independent, to be a creative, to be a creator. You know what I'm saying? Because of now, you know what I'm saying? You can use your mind and limited resources and make a good movie.
Allegedly, did you have Nikki Turner under your brand? The alleged
yes,
brand?
Allegedly. I was the first.
He said allegedly.
Allegedly, I named her book.
Wow.
What's the name of the book? What's the name of the book? Allegedly name of the book?
Hustler's Wife.
Hustler's Wife. Yeah.
So when I was in prison, I read a book called Prisoner's Wife. Y'all know if you ever heard that book called Prisoner's Wife?
Prisoner's Wife.
A Prisoner's Wife. Yeah. So this girl, she was going to see this dude. No, it wasn't. It wasn't a whole book. It was a true story.
Okay.
Asante something. I can't remember her name. But when I got that book, it was called "The Girls Got to Do What a Girl's Got to Do." I was like, yo, that's not marketable. Once again, what's in the name? Everything. I said, change this to A Hustler's Wife.
Mm.
And that's what it was. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew them people, like, I know them in different lights. Like, I knew people when they ain't had chips. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have no chips. I was the first nigga doing it. Like, even I would do things that my mentor wouldn't do. Like, I always say this. So none of them niggas got nothing on me but Terry Woods. This is the big reason why. Terry Woods cut my checks. I ain't never cut hers.
Mm.
What I'm gonna tell her? I can't front on that note to that end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She was a boss. I was under her. You know what I'm saying? She was the boss. But me and Terry, we had our moments. We wasn't even speaking to each other for years. But when I look back on it, man, we talking now. I talked to her like last week or sometime. But I look back on it and I say, yo, damn, where would I be without her? I gotta ask myself that question, bro.
Yeah.
And in my heart of hearts, and know, you know what I mean? She took a chance on me, a nigga from jail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But she has to ask herself too, where would she be without me?
Without you?
That's right.
Let's be real.
That's a fact.
When it's got to be it's got to be, this is any relationship, especially with your woman. When am I as good for you as you are for me? When you feel underappreciated, you're gonna do things to, you know what I mean? you got to get out that situation, and that's what I did, whether immaturely or not. You know what I'm saying? I just was, I'm a petty nigga. I know. You know what I'm saying? So I go tick for tat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You do this, I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's my Achilles heel. But like they said, lions do not stop. For lions do not care about the opinions of sheep. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
real
So
fact. That's a real fact. That's a
they
real
don't
fact.
stop for barking dogs. So you can't take time to address everything, man. I'm learning that, man. Like, so I'm just moving on with whatever I got to do, man. And that's it, man. But we could have had a better relationship, but we have it now, and I'm thankful for that. We talk now, you know what I'm saying? She give me game, we speak, you know what I'm saying? And shit like that, man. We had to go through what we go through. Sometimes what we go through makes us who we are.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So when you end up doing so how much money, or did you do all hands on with the camera? How much money does it
No, I
take?
didn't do hands on. No. I put a team around me. So I did my first film before I did Be More Careful. I did a movie called Hard White, but we failed with that Canon XLH A1A. Remember I told you I got that. So when I went to go buy that camera, I met this kid, this guy. His name was Rich Samuel. I don't even refer to him as white. He's just my friend who happens to be white.
Okay.
And so he's very anal. He's very good and he's very anal about what he does, man. And if you ask him for one explanation, he'll give you three. And I always like that about him. I spot a passion in him that I had. So I was drawn to him at this camera store. So we just kept in touch. And so we did Hard White. We didn't finish that, but we got some good quality stuff out of it, right? So when it came time to do Be More Careful, I knew who I was doing it with. We had stayed in contact all over the years, you know what I'm saying? And it was the type of guy that, if I having a problem with something technical, I asked him, which way you think I could do this? About that, blah, blah, blah. And he would give me those answers. We stayed in contact. We never fell out of contact. So I knew who I was doing it with before I was doing it. If I was hiring, I was hiring my man. I hired him. I had one problem though. I think he couldn't get off. So he says to me, "Yo, Shannon, will you wait for me?" I said, "Of course, I will wait for you." Which delayed my production, but I just felt that he was worth it. He is, and he was worth it. So being in that house with him 11 days, it was me, him, and my other man. It solidified our friendship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he gives me life gems, and we look at things. I remember one time I was going to punch somebody in the face because they owe me some money. He said, "Yo, that still ain't giving you your money." I had to think about it. He's right. He's fucking right. He says, "Yo, this kid's he's a graphic designer. Just have him do your artwork, your poster for your movie." And that's what I had. That's what I wound up doing. And I never got no money. I never got no money out of him, but I got that out of him.
You got that out of him, yeah.
See,
yeah.
We have a different logic. Other ethnicities have a different logic than us, and we just think we're gonna solve everything with violence. You can't solve everything with violence, bro.
Facts.
I'm gonna go upside his head, you know what I'm saying? And that, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, I have to look at that shit differently from that point. But
that's another question real quick. So
I don't think I answered your question though. So it was 100,000. That's what we spent. That
100,000. Okay, yeah, that's
100,000. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. 100,000. Damn.
So
okay.
What's
everybody got paid. I didn't even take no money so the shit could flop. So the bulk of the money of the budget went to the lighting crew. You never know. Yeah, they say when you're very good, you make things look effortless and easy.
Yeah.
I can remember my mother saying, "Yeah, I should write a book." I said, "Yo, oh, you think it's just that easy, huh?"
Right. Like it's just
I made it look that way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but I said that to say this: they were very good, and they were very costly. But it was times I was like, "Damn, we paying these motherfuckers all that money for this?" It was really like one time that I really felt like, it was a few times, maybe 2 times I felt that, yo, okay, this looked like a movie set. We were in that church and they put out them big ass lights. I was like, yeah, this shit, they lit that shit up. I was like, yo, this looked like a movie now.
Yeah.
I was excited. So like that 11 days, man, that's a long time to be shooting, a long time to be away from home, man. And I felt like I found a lot of similarities. I drew a lot of similarities for that in jail because I was dealing with these different people, and every day I had to navigate these different personalities, and every day my dream was in jeopardy of not coming true, and every day I had to say to myself, I didn't come this far to come this far, bro. I came this far to go all the way, and I became like the boy with the who puts his finger in the hole in the dike. Then he got to put his toe in it. He got to put his left hand in it. You know what I'm saying? So I had to plug and patch up these holes or whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? It's people with bad energy, people who didn't understand the severity of the moment. You know, some people just want to see themselves on camera, bro. Look at me. Think it's fun time. This shit wasn't. I thought movie was gonna be all this fun and game shit. Nigga, it's not fun and games. It's work.
It's work.
I had 14-hour days, bro. Before I went to bed, I'm calling people, make sure they come in the set tomorrow. The next day, I'm getting ready to all the sides and the scenes. You know what I'm saying? What we gonna be doing? And be calling people, remind you gonna set tomorrow. So, but it was my baby, and as much of a headache it was, I gained so much experience. And experience sometimes is more than money, bro. More value.
That's a fact.
Because the same way I wrote Be More Careful, I went on to write other books. I just repeated the pattern.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
So
all I did was repeat those patterns.
I want to ask you a question. The Be More Careful, the second part, that was really the first part. What made you come up with that one?
It was supposed to be a Be More Careful, man.
The prequel.
Yeah. So the prequel becomes before the book. Because technically I can't write a second part. I'm under contract for a second part. So the prequel became, you know, just what made me write that? It was a lot of things left unsaid. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to show you like before their life before they got to that point. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you come into that world, you right there. You get the book, I get to see in the book, this is the problem I have with the movie. In the book, you got infinite number of pages to play with. In the movie, it's not so. Time is money, man. I never felt time was more so. Time is money. I never felt that saying was more so true than on a movie set, bro. Yeah. You are on the clock and you are under the gun. My first day on set, we took 3 hours to film the first scene.
Wow.
It was so bad. I'm asking these dudes, what the fuck was y'all doing on the way down here? Was y'all not rehearsing your lines?
Oh,
damn.
Shit.
Yo, bro, and it was an ominous start, and I was just scared. But I said, if this continues to go like this, we'll never finish this movie.
And and I'm gonna tell you something. I like the movie. I like the structure of the movie. But a couple of the actresses, I was just shaking my head at them, bro. Yeah. I watched the movie multiple times. I love the movie. Because I read the book. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you can keep it 1,000. You ain't like them chicks.
No, I didn't like it. No, I said I liked the movie.
You ain't gotta sugarcoat that for me.
No, I said I liked the movie.
Yeah. Even if you didn't, it wouldn't hurt my feelings, man, because I know I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna be better for information and criticism the next time around. So, you know what I'm saying? I think sometimes in that process, in the process of when you're doing something, you learn who coming with you and who you leaving right there.
That's a fact.
Who you want to work with again, and who, if you see again, it's too soon. So it was the same thing. Like it was the same thing. I want to see who's taking this seriously, who's taking the ball, or who's looking for me to hand feed them. Because you can't dance every record, baby.
Nah, for real.
People think that, you get people calling you up or hit me up, y'all want to be in the next movie. You think you're gonna be in this because you asked?
Right.
Like, bro, I always wanted to act. Well, why you ain't been acting then? Because I was trying to be in Sister Soldier and Terry Wood's company long before I met him.
Hold on, so Sister Soldier and Terry Wood got a company together?
No, in their company.
In their company.
In their company, okay.
Yeah. Long before I met him.
So when you look in hindsight off your first movie, do you think it was you could have done something where you could have like kind of cut the price, or do you think like it would have cost
I'm
more?
gonna tell you. Okay, here's why I could have cut the cost. I had way too many characters in that movie.
Oh, okay.
Everybody got paid, bro. Everybody got paid. I didn't get paid, so that everybody got paid, bro. I ain't take no money. Everybody got paid, so I learned like to cut down on your characters. That's one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That another thing I learned. I probably could have got. It was a bad timing for the lighting. It was just like he had me. It was either fuck with him or don't do it. And people come to the movie to see and hear. If one of those two things are compromised, then you don't really have a movie.
That's true. That is so true.
But sure, you did put my boy Chiali out there, man.
Yeah,
he did a good job. Salute Chiali. He did a good job.
Yeah. He was somebody I met when he came home from jail, and I just called him and I just told him, I said, "Yo, you still want to do that?" He was like, "Yeah, bet." You know what I'm saying? So people would come running to him, talking to him about me, but he's like, "Yo, I don't give what you're Shannon, my man," and I like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, he shut down those negative comments. You know what I'm saying? Because, bro, when you're in the process of making a dream, man, you're just gonna ruffle some feathers and you're gonna make some enemies, bro. It's just a hard fact in life, bro. Like,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Because a lot of feathers.
because like, yo, when it all falls down, bro, you left to pick up the pieces of your dreams, bro, and they moving on with themselves. So I'd rather ruffle your feathers, and we'll talk about it later, man. The girl was like, "Yo, I didn't like how you talked to me." I said, "That might be so, but like you was dragging it. Like the lighting people got paid like $25,000.
Yeah.
So they didn't give a fuck if we did one scene or 1,000.
That's right.
25,000 in housing. So that's what a lot of shit. That's what a lot of shit hurt us. So I said, if I do be more careful, I'll never do another movie outside of New York, because we had to put people up and feed enlarge them, and so that a lot of that budget we had to get Airbnbs, and you know what I'm saying. I had 2 Airbnbs. In Baltimore, 2 Airbnbs, and stayed in a hotel. You know what I'm saying. So we had to put the lighting guys up. They was coming from Ohio and New York. You know what I'm saying. So shit like that, bro. It was just shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So that cost, man. That shit adds up, bro. That shit eats into your budget.
Right. Or even bringing in people under, like you said, in New York, finding these young talents.
Or people that would see it was like election time in DC. So all the crews was over in what you call it? They were over in DC filming the politicians, getting that politician money from those commercials. So it was very hard. Like we didn't know, man. We didn't, and people don't give you game. People don't tell you they're doing bad business, bro. They just do the business to you. You find out later.
That's real.
That's how business works, bro. They don't tell you, hey, I'm fucking you over, right? I'm overcharging you. They don't tell you that.
They don't tell you that. They won't tell you nothing. They treat you even worse, like they giving you a deal while they running game on you the whole time.
Yeah, man. Fool me once, shame on you. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so you just live and you learn. But I was fortunate enough to do the paperwork. I was fortunate enough to be involved with that production from pre-production to post-production. I even edited the movie.
Wow.
So you talking to somebody who didn't go to school for editing? I went to YouTube University.
Real talk. That's real.
And I would set my computer up and look at the house computer and be on my laptop. And as they did it, I do it. But by that time, I never really thought I could do it. But my man put it in my head, like, "Yo, Shannon, you can edit it. Like, you edit videos." Like, yeah, you're right. It's a different edit, don't get me wrong, but you gotta go through the scenes, go through each scene and see what you could, then you gotta, damn, can I live with it? Like, and be more careful. It's the mic showing on one of the girls. I had to live with that.
Right.
I had to live with that. So, you live and you learn, man. Like, nobody gonna hold your hand through this shit, man. It all comes down to how bad you want it, man. Yeah. But experience is the best teacher. So I got the experience, so I'll be better off for it next time.
Well, I know you had mentioned about Hard White. You wanted to do a movie on Hard White, or
I had a movie on Hard White. That was my first movie. I failed. I got like 85%. Like, I still got some of that shit on mini DVs. I don't know if you know what mini DVs are. But mini DVs are like little tapes, like VCR tapes that the camera record to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I still have the first movie preserved. But like again, you learn so much more in failure than you ever could in success, bro.
Facts.
You it's so much you learn, man. So much you learn, bro. You know what I'm saying? So again, man, that was my first movie, but I want to readdress that. I want to go back and readdress that. And I figure, like, I hone my skills some more before I get to one of my major books.
Yeah. So You got any more books coming out?
Yeah, actually, I was thinking today. I said, you know what? I got this book of my memoir. It's called Boston Road and Fish, named after my block. That's like my ode to my block. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just my life story. Like, I wrote my life in bits and pieces in books, but you don't know me well enough to see them. But you know what I'm saying? But I'm really gonna write my life, my upbringing and shit like that. I'm gonna put it in the book. But I already got it written, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there.
Let people know where they can get your books from, man.
Yeah,
Amazon.
Please.
Amazon.com. Just type in Shannon Holmes. It's a couple other little bookstores that got them, but Amazon's the biggest thing on the block.
Yeah.
Internet put all books. Yeah, you put it on Kindle or Amazon, but internet put once Amazon came along. When Amazon comes into, it's like with Walmart comes into a town, it knocks out all the little stores. The same thing with Amazon. It knocked out all the mom and pop stores. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Because Amazon could be open 24 hours. The internet's open 24 hours. That mom and pop store is open 8 to 10 or whatever.
Right.
9 to 5, whatever, shit like that. So it's a conglomerate. Conglomerates don't really care about the people or the people that they hurt in the process.
Nah, that's real, bro. Nah, we really appreciate you coming on here, man. This was definitely a great bill, man. I appreciate you giving game on how you went from it, and like you said, nobody should ever have an excuse to not want to push through it. Like you said again, and this for the young kids, man. Anything's possible, and you can never stop learning. Like you said, even now you're still learning, and you're learning through whether we have failures or through success, man. It all equals up.
One question I want you to give people who's trying to become writers or that want to become writers. How will they self-publish? How expensive would it be? And is it
self-publish? It might cost you shit. Shit might cost you $200 or $300 now. Self-publish. You might not get the books for that, but you could have it up on Amazon for that. Definitely. I mean, and the things that's just so simple. They can just Google that. Like I'm real good with Google.
Right.
I'm gonna be crazy with AI because whenever I don't find a question in Google, I just rephrase my question. How can I say this in a different way? How can I say this differently?
I don't never take the first phrase I say on Google because it's a play on words. You play it, you can play it back, and then you'll find something you didn't even know. Yeah, that's real talk.
Yeah. So I just keep digging and digging and digging and digging and digging and digging and digging. You can't have that shit on the internet. I'm gonna find that shit. I'm just diligent in my searches.
So I got a question to ask you this real fast, and like he said, to add to it is, there's no certain time, but right now. But if they were to start something, say for somebody start something and want to at least get it out there, should it be starting off a chapter book or a small book?
Man, people be procrastinating, man. Like when is the right time? Now is the right time. Like you got to take that step, man. I always say this, man. I could take a word and make it a sentence. Take that sentence and make it a paragraph. Take that paragraph, make it a chapter. Take that chapter and make it a book. The journey of 1,000,000 miles, man, starts with one step, bro. But you got to be consistent and dedicated in that step. Like, you can't be half-stepping with this shit, bro. This shit, you're going to get into it. Like they say, you can't cheat the grind. Well, with books, you're going to get in what you put out of it. I gave that shit my all, bro. I gave it my all. You got to write the book you want to read. That's what I did.
That's real.
Donald Boyce had a book called Bad Girls Lost. I said, you know what? I'm going to make me one of my favorite books. I said, I'm going to make me a 1999 Black Girls Lost. As I see it.
Facts.
Because I've met chicks in the streets bad enough to be any man's wife. But they out there doing what they're not supposed to be doing. You like, yo, why you doing this shit? Like, okay, for example, one time I was in DC. I met this chick. I think if you ain't never sold drugs, you haven't sold drugs unless this happened to you. You meet a chick so pretty, and you know she's out there. But she hasn't sunk it all the way that low. But she's on her way to rock bottom. She ain't get there yet. Still has her looks about her, still shapely and all that type of stuff. And you say, my mom, you shit went through your mind. I could take her home. I could clean her up. I can get off this shit. And as I'm thinking that, I'm seeing this chick, She know what I got. I know what she's there for. It's like we here. We know she knows I'm the deal. I know she's a customer. But I'm thinking this shit. I'm like, oh damn, shorty, yo, why you doing this shit? You know what she's turned to me and said to me?
What's that?
You gonna sell me the shit or what? I said, oh. I said, oh.
What up, cousin? What's up, cousin? My cousin down there is in the building.
Salute.
I said, fuck it. Yeah, I'm gonna sell you this shit because I'm out here to sell drugs. You know what I'm saying? I ain't out here for my health. You know what I'm saying? So, but yo, you know, and those type of things, those, you know, those relationships happen, like dealer addict, you know what I'm saying? You know, fiend and customer and addict. I mean, customer and dealer, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You're like, damn, but and that's just pretty much the gist of it. Like, it's how bad you want this book, man. How bad you want to write this book. Everybody, yo, can you help me? I need you to write my book for me. I'm not writing your book. I'm not writing your book for you, bro. I'm not writing your book. I don't care what you say because I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna do the hard work, and when the shine comes, you're gonna push me out the way.
Push out the way. That's how it go.
Oh, that's my story. I see it. I see it before it comes. You know what I'm saying?
That's real tough.
Like, research, man. Go read. You know what I'm saying? Read them books. Do the painstaking shit I did is more easier now. You got the internet, bro. It's gonna tell you how to write a book. You gotta be smart enough. I was smart enough to take that. When I went to the library and got this old ass book that smelled like an old house, and it said this. That I still remember 30-something years later. He said a book. The most important parts of a book is conflict, struggle. The 4 basic elements of any good book is this. That's what it said. The 4 basic elements of any good book is this: conflict, struggle, drama, and change. You can implement those 4 things, you got a good book. So when I write, I keep asking myself why. Why is she doing this? Why is she doing that? And if I ask myself enough whys, I got my and answer those whys, I got my story.
Got your story. That's real.
Why? But I found out people are lazy. They want you to do the hard work. Oh, I like you. I like the way you write. We can write a book together. No, that means I'm writing a book. I write books like I use the bathroom by myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So I don't know any other way. But like,
so let me ask you a question. What you think about? Because you know, Ashley and Quavez, they write books together. I don't know if they're a couple or not. How you read their books? What you think about their books? They write compatibility in them books.
Huh? I could have signed them early in the game. I had a chance to sign them, turn them down.
Wow.
Yeah. But I gave him some game. Because everybody, you can't. You know, it becomes you running the business, man. It comes. You gotta make calculated choices and take these chances.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it becomes a business. Like, yo, what you think gonna sell, what not? You're not right all the time, but you hope to be right more times than you're wrong.
Yeah.
And people be like, when you don't, you know, sign them and I'm gonna take them down and all this type of shit. Yo, why you ain't sign me? It's nothing personal. It's business. And you're not gonna dictate how I spend my money or invest my money.
That's true.
That's just it, bro. It's nothing personal, man. So, but now you don't have that problem. Back then, man, it cost like $10,000 to get a book off the ground.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
When the movie, you heard the demo for the movie, so you ain't gonna see everybody in this game. Everybody ain't gonna be in this game. The market became oversaturated, you know, a long time ago. But my thing is this, dog. Like, who am I to kill your dream? Who am I to tell you that you can't change your life? I did it. Who am I? Who am I? I don't say nothing.
That's right.
Chase your dreams, man. Don't just chase them, corner them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Go for yours, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, but it ain't. I was listening to Capone Noriega today. He said, "Yo, it ain't enough room in this game for everybody. But we gonna do our thing. We gonna do our thing." Yeah. And that's how I feel.
Like with me, I've been reading a lot. So I got the Amazon Kindle with the Prime package on. So I read a lot of my Amazon. You know what I'm saying? I read a lot of books, and I be reading some of these guys. They be writing some good books. It be entertaining, but a lot of them are not like
realistic.
Yeah.
Right.
entertainment. Shit is entertaining, but
Yo, bro, you gotta write the book you want to read, bro. That's all. You just never know. Once you put that shit in the air, man, whose hands it gonna reach, man? You never know. You never know. And I always telling people who they want to explain stuff aftermath. Well, why you do this and why you do that? I said, bro, you're not gonna be able to explain away your book to everybody you meet. You got to make that shit clear in the book. You know what I'm saying? You got to clarify that way before you put that book out there. But some people, they want to explain the way, and it just doesn't work like that. But people just got to stop being lazy, man, and just go for it, man. Just put some time. A book like a baby, man. It's gonna call you, man. Like call me in the middle of the night. Like I had a girl one time. She was like, "Yo, well, can you write when I'm at work?" I said, "I can't write when you at work." I said, "I write when my inspiration hits me."
That's right.
I'm just supposed to capture it. She don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? So everybody ain't gonna cheer for you. Everybody ain't gonna hold your hand. Everybody gonna understand what you're trying to do. You gonna lose some friends in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Until you're successful. And when you're successful, everybody, I knew you could do it. No, you didn't. Stop fucking lying. It's a journey, man. It's a journey. It's like, yo, it comes down to this. This is something so simple. And I had to ask myself how bad I wanted it. And I wanted it very bad. I said, when I look at those dudes in the jail and said to look at them, those talented dudes, I said, yo, they think they want it. Me? Huh, I gotta have it. And I went at it every fucking day. Every fucking day. Boiling up paper. While they were walking around the yard talking about writing a book, I was writing a book.
Writing it.
Perfecting my craft, man. Putting those hours in. With not even knowing where it was gonna go, bro. Not even knowing. But
determination, and having determination,
my
like
craft,
you said.
and having foresight, like, man, like I saw shit that they didn't see.
And
They didn't see the future, bro. They was in jail. We didn't see enough. So I saw something that they didn't see. I said, yo, I could do something, man.
Yeah.
I could be successful, man. I don't this is just a footnote in my life. This shit ain't gonna be my life.
Well, that's why I told you that was the chapter of having you have those chapters through life, and like you say, moving on to the new chapter and building and having a new way of looking at stuff and getting better at everything, like we all are. So yeah,
I can remember my mother telling me. She said, "Joe, you could have been writing books." I said, "How do I know unless I got into a place where I sat my ass down? How do I know that? I didn't even know it was in me. I was never accused of being the most intelligent person I knew, but people always say, yeah, you got you wise beyond your years. Some people told me that, and I hung around older dudes. So that's why I say I write from a different perspective. I don't be writing just to really entertain. I write to try to give you the game, bro. Like I said, people told me I can get rich, and nobody told me I can get killed, and more people getting killed than rich, man. I ain't really, if you really look at it, I didn't have to be in the game.
Facts.
I didn't have to. Like, I grew up middle class. I didn't have everything I wanted, but I had everything I needed. You know what I'm saying? So that wasn't my struggle. I always been my own worst enemy. So we're writing that book.
I think that's how all of us. I think all of us, at one point in time, we fight our own enemies and our own demons, and once we get to understand and know who we are, then it makes us, we start understanding us, understanding knowledge of self, like we talk about, and having awareness of who you really are and what you stand for, and you finally walking into what your destiny is supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So. And I appreciate Born coming on here. We about to wrap it up. I'm about to get off here. But, man, I just want to say, Mr. Holmes, man, it was a blessing, brother. It was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure. Very, 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 very in-depth question. And, it's probably the best interview I think ever. Like, it made me think. It moved me to emotion. I don't know if you saw that at certain times. I got choked up.
I told Born, I said, man, that was real. That was organic. And a lot of people, and I told them, I said, a lot of people going to always ask you questions. But I told him on here, I said, man, we're going to ask him some questions that really make him want to think, because I'm a creator myself. So as a creator, those are the things that a lot of people don't know about true creators, and we all, like I said, Superman. We all know what our kryptonite is. So I just want to thank you for sharing your testimony with us, and you just blessed a lot of people more than you think you did. So I just want to say thank you from one king to another. Yes, sir.
Hey,
Thank you.
We need Chi Ali next.
I can line it up for you.
Yeah.
I can line it up for you.
Yo, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
That'd be dope, man.
You hit my line. All right.
Yeah, I definitely will, bro.
His story is crazy. His story's crazy. Yeah, his story's crazy.
Yo, bro. From now on, you're part of BTV, bro.
Right. Yeah.
Damn.
All right, tune in. All right, I'm gonna hit y'all later.
All right, peace, King.
Thank you for everything. I appreciate that. I appreciate the opportunity.
No doubt, bro.
Appreciate it. We appreciate you more.
We appreciate you, bro.
All right. Peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But there you go, there, Born. We had it.
We had it.
You know what I'm
we
saying?
got it. Oh,
I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. We got many more coming. We're working on some big stuff, big names coming. We just want to say thank y'all for supporting. Y'all keep on grinding. I know everybody, the first one, but again, that's part 2 of it. And then y'all gonna see a whole bunch more, man. So salute to Shannon Holmes. Y'all go check out, man, Be More Careful, the book. Check out the movie.
Check out all his books. Check out all his books.
Amazon.com. Just type in Shannon Holmes, man. And hey, man, again, creative minds. We all came together, man. Black men as one. And we're trying to show y'all, man, it's a lot more out there, and we're going to tap into it. Also, salute to Unique Mecca Audio. Hey, we looking for that one, Unique. We looking for that one. Born going to get with you.
Yo, we ain't no Bloods or no Crips. We doing our own thing. BTV that started his own gang. Like, nigga, what?
Nigga, what? Peace.
Peace, y'all. Peace. Big Red 74, thanks. Appreciate it.